Hello, everybody, gamers, fantasy lovers, and adventurers at heart. My name is Colton Wagner, and this is Dawn World, a group of friends who, like yourselves, enjoy epic adventures, fantasy stories, and enjoy playing tabletop role-playing games. I want to go ahead and take this opportunity to apologize for the lack of communication on our part as to there not being a session two weeks ago. And those of you that have been watching us for a while know that we usually have a session every 2 weeks, but we did not have one 2 weeks ago, and that is because most of us were out of state and not able to meet for a session. So that is why there was no session and no episode. However, we did not communicate with you all to let you know that there would be no episode and to not be looking for it. So we will try our best to improve on that and do a little bit better in communicating with you all. But besides that, we're going to go ahead and get started with this week's episode. So, previously, the party, right now, Kara, Raylog, and Torvine, along with friend Isaac, befriended an ancient three-headed dragon that was at one time 3 separate dragons. They faced a test of worthiness, emptied out an ancient vault, and found an ancient possible prototype or early version of the portal gauntlet that they have seen their enemies up until this point utilizing to get around rather quickly. They also met a young aquatic elf named Neplin that seemed to be in the middle of some rite of passage that he called Fulf Rockben, which is what he was trying to become, which in the common tongue is Wave Rider. Neplin seemed to only speak one language, which was Aquayan, and there was only one member of the party that seemed to be able to understand and communicate with him, which was Kara. Neplin turned out to be a very curious individual, to say the least, and followed the party around the submerged temple, as well as acted as a bit of a guide through some of the ruined city beneath the mysterious lake. We ended with the party asking Neplin to take them to where he is from. And that is where we pick up. Switch over here. Alright. So, we pick up with you guys following Neplin on his way to take you to his home village, hometown. But Neplin is riding one of these dolphin-like creatures that you saw the day before, that him and the others that were seemingly down here with him, rode off on. I described it as a large version of a porpoise, essentially, that does not have a blowhole, but instead has a set of gills on both sides, similar to a shark. And they are around 8 to 9 feet long and probably weigh close to 480 pounds, maybe a little bit more. So he is coasting rather easily through the waves and through the water on his creature that he is riding, or rather just holding on to the fin that is on the top and just coasting, and you guys are following him. He does not just take off and leave you guys to wonder where he went. So he doesn't go full speed. But he eventually leads you all towards the shore. It seems at first that he is heading to the opposite side of the lake, which is a bit concerning since, from your knowledge at least, Toravine knows, and Kara more than likely as well as Isaac, that to go around the mysterious lake would take several days, and probably to cross it as well on boat. And if you're swimming, you're not probably going to get there within the time frame that your breathe underwater is going to last. So it's a little concerning, but as you are moving your way through, eventually he does veer off to the side and starts heading towards the shore. As you are approaching the shore, you start to see multiple of these creatures that are the aquatic creatures that they are riding or using to get around. You see them in sort of like a netted, penned area. There are various different sizes. There are ones that are probably adult, that would be the size of what he is using, and there are some smaller ones as well, some young. But he leads you right up to the shore. Obviously doesn't take the creature right to it because he doesn't want to beach it, but gets to the point where he can stand up and lead you to the beach. This takes you several hours to get to this point where you are getting to the shore. So, but gets up, gets onto the shore. There are people there that are kind of watching you. All look very much similar to him. They all look to be aquatic elf.
There's nobody with like afro hair or goatees.
They have
Water
various
hair.
different types of like hairdos and stuff like that, but they all have the same like
Racial features.
Yes, racial features.
Okay. Any of them bald?
There are a few. Yeah.
Are they wearing jewelry?
Some of them, yeah.
Do any of the jewelry remind us some of the gold items that we put back on the?
There are some that have precious
On the altar?
metals, but for the most part, when it comes to like any decorations on them, instead of having like jewels and stuff, it ends up being shells.
Okay.
They have tattoos.
Some of them,
Is it just guys, girls, kids?
both.
Okay.
Yep, and some kids running
Okay.
around. However, as you guys are, coming up with him, you see people starting to kind of back off and just start to form kind of like a semicircle. There's not a whole lot here, but it seems like some folks were either here with their children, playing in the water, or some folks that might be heading out into the water using one of these aquatic creatures, maybe going out hunting or something
So it's
like
an
that. or fishing.
active beachfront.
Yep.
Okay.
Obviously, not the entire village or town is here, but
No.
enough.
No, they should be. I mean, there's tons of royalty coming up on the beach right now. They don't even know.
We have a king
Yeah. So
and a noble.
they should be lined up to the
We
center
went
of
on
their
a
cigarette
red carpet,
in the middle of their
but it would
city.
kind of end up
So-
It'd be soggy.
Yeah.
Squish, 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 squish.
Yeah.
Squelch, 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 squelch.
But acceptable.
Here comes the king.
Okay, well you're the voice of us.
I am. Oh boy.
There are some whispers that you can hear throughout the crowd of just like
Does it sound like whispers or does it sound like?
it is people like kind of looking at each other
They're
and
smacking.
like trying like talking amongst themselves.
More young guys like him coming up to you.
There are some that are kind of
Not introduce
there are
myself.
some that are like looking at Cora and are kind of like, you know, and then whenever there's a, you know, eyes that meet, all of a sudden it's like, you know, they'll look away.
This is why I'm a ranger. I hate attention. Not a people person. Okay.
You don't have Oak with you,
No.
This he's.
He's back
Doggy
in order to
paddle.
stand still.
do you? Yeah, he's
I don't swim. I only doggy paddle. No. I don't think he's.
a bear that doggy paddles. Oh,
He's just doing circles behind him.
making a
Doing a
whirlpool.
Little SeaWorld polar bear act.
So, if
Splash
that
with
helps you
dolphins.
and makes you feel better, Cara.
At least he's finally clean.
What did you say, Kim?
I said Isaac also knows Aquarian, so if that makes you feel better,
No, it's
Oh,
okay.
He does. That's right.
Oh,
Be
storytelling.
my character.
have him help you a little bit.
Looks like a storyteller down to himself.
Yeah, so you don't have the full burden laid on you. You can look at Isaac and say, "Take over, buddy."
Hello.
But
We are
he hasn't
Kindred.
presented that information.
We've
to us,
never
has he?
been here before, and we're interested to learn more about your people, your culture, and your history, and see how it connects with our own stories as well.
And where the gold is.
You see the crowd begin to kind of move and part a little bit, and you start to see
Hands on the weapons.
a bald head approaching that has a
Behold,
beard
the
that
dome.
seems to be salt and pepper. It's black with some white in there.
As he
Um,
waves draw.
And you hear a voice speak up before you really see all of the face and the rest of the body, but you hear a voice speak up in Aquan, so Isaac and Kara will understand.
Age.
What we would consider like 45-ish, probably.
So we have to take in stride that they're part Elven, so their 45 look could be 120.
Yeah.
Okay.
What we would consider 45-ish.
Yeah.
AKA not much older than you.
So elder, we're thinking elder. Okay.
Neplin, who are these people that you have brought to our shores? And Neplin speaks up. Well, they were just some guys that I found in the temple. Whenever and he kind of looks over to the side, and you see a semi-familiar face of one of the other younger folks that were down there with him. At least you would recognize them from following him out. You know, they were down there when we were down doing our passage yesterday.
Explorations.
And you thought it was a good idea to bring them to your home?
Like the owner of a cat. Why did you drop
There's
this
nothing
at me?
wrong. Like they're harmless.
Why would I want
And
this?
he like
Got
looks,
weapons
yeah,
and shields.
looks up. He looks up and down at all of you, like
They're adventurers.
yeah, like loaded for bear.
Yeah, we are.
You know, and it's
Without
like
the bear.
Without the, I could pop one up.
he then switches to
Let me have share.
common and says, "Who are you?" It's
Oh man.
it's not as fluent common as what you're used to. It's
Yeah.
very like broken common, like
so much as speaking.
yeah, yeah.
Like in
the way that he speaks.
yeah.
is-
animes when you're
Yeah,
listening to the
Okay.
the
So
English.
you have the niche for it, so you can answer.
kind
Mr.
of,
Royal
but
guy.
it's more of like it would be more of like what we're used to for like someone foreign, like if they're someone that speaks Spanish, but
just a little
they
slow.
they
Like if
know
you're watching
English, but it's a
subbed
little
anime,
it's
and
difficult
then you-
for
have actual
to
English.
communicate
it's,
in English.
It's kind of broken.
The words we get.
But he says, "Who are you? What
You are who?
is your?"
Purpose.
And he says an Aquayan purpose, and then kind of like shakes his head.
What is
Her-
your hoobie-doo?
Purpose here.
I don't have a porpoise here. I'm sorry. I didn't park mine here. You're the guy.
What
You
is
spoke common. That's pretty cool. You can interact.
All of us can interact. So you can
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
but
the
you're
royal
higher
big
ranking.
guy. Yeah, you are. And you're also the tallest. Everyone's staring at you, actually. They don't see
Who
me.
speaks for you?
Did we discuss what we're
No, no. Well, what were your experiences?
like? Did we discuss what we
We're
wanted to
adventurers.
do with why we want to go to this town?
What she said.
You
I
were
said-
invited.
We're
That,
invited.
that was it.
We
Okay.
were
Neplin seemed very
We're interested
Open to
learn
do
more.
that.
open and wanted to
Yeah.
bring you
And
to
experience culture, and you
Seemed
wanted to learn about
excited to meet some new people someone that he's never seen before.
And that was
because
cool.
You're all very interesting because all you see right
Right,
now is
that's
aquatic
true.
elves,
I understand.
and none of you are aquatic elves.
No, no.
Yeah.
So
I'm
you're
not-
interesting, and he's like, I want to take you home.
I
And there's a
don't
cute
even-
girl with
Yeah,
you.
I don't even have skin. Okay. I'm bark boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I look like a floating log with armor.
My name is Raylog, and our group is called Kindred. We were invited by is it Neblin?
Neplin.
Neblin.
Nibbling. You know, nibbles. That's cool.
Just
I
a
love
little nib.
Yeah, we-
Yeah.
Just a little nib.
I love it.
We met him while he was doing his rite of passage, and he has invited us to come and visit your town, and we wanted to kind of meet your people and see your town just for the experience and to learn more about ways of life that we have not experienced yet.
He kind of like
Nobody's here to find themselves. so-
kind of looks over
Get that
to.
season
I don't think this is actually the right track that I wanted, but
Hey, get on the right track, my friend.
I'll switch it
All aboard the crazy train. Not that crazy train.
Crossing guard is going down, 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 down.
back. Anyway,
Well, it is water.
he kind of gives like Neplin a look, and like kind of leans his head, like
What did you do now?
kind of rolls his eyes up a bit.
We weren't ready for
As
guests.
well as long as
Your kid
You-
bites someone up.
mean no harm, we welcome you. To Skifal is the name that we give you. I am Sinok.
Oh, we see now.
How do we spell that?
Sinoch.
Sino.
Sina.
Sino.
Sina, the cynical.
You also notice from looking at him now that he is wearing similar garb to what Neplin is wearing, except it is definitely older and has definitely seen more use and is more wear. So he's probably another wave rider, but more than likely could be someone that trains new wave riders and what they're supposed to do.
So he might not be as high ranking as we think.
Correct.
So village chief is right out. Wasn't that easy, but he's probably like it's, I was just gonna say like an elder. Elder is a good description.
You saying that to him or
No, for my notes.
no? It would be
Older trainer.
yeah, it would be a wave rider instructor essentially. I can come up with a actual Aquayan word for that, but it would be a wave rider instructor.
Okay, sort of like me with the guild. I'm
He's
a
the,
trainer.
he's the head wave rider instructor.
Okay. Okay. All right. I say in common. Well, sir, we're glad to meet your acquaintance. What is the name of your land and the village that you come from?
You're on Aquarius.
On or in?
On Aquarius.
Okay.
Again, it's
Yeah.
broken English, so there's gonna be little.
So are you
It's-
saying he means in, but he's saying on?
Those teachers. I
These
tell
are the
I guess you're just gonna
multilingual
have to
questions we
go
ask.
take a logical guess.
you. Okay, so this is Aquarius,
And we're in the lake.
Yeah.
Thank you. Preposition.
and then did he also mention the name of the town?
And you are on the outskirts of Skifau.
Which is spell?
S-K-I-F-A-U.
Yes. Never mind.
Skyfowl.
Skifau.
You need two F's if you want to. But this is fancy, so it is what it is. I accept, because I actually spelled that way. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for giving me that information. We were looking at the maps in the library in the temple ruins where Neplin and the group was found. And
Don't know who's supposed to be there.
the town, I think, was called Aquarium.
Aquaria.
Aquaria.
Yeah, that was the city, and then the
yeah.
ruler was Aquarius.
There's a lot of aquas around here. And may I ask you what the ceremony is that bearing gifts and leaving them at the altar of the statue in the middle of the temple?
Just the rite of passage that Neplin was participating in is a, how would you say it, coming of age ceremony or rite. Is when the young men wishing to be wave riders are tasked with venturing to the ruin of the city and to the temple to find something of value and leave it on the altar and return.
After they find something of value and put it on the altar, is the altar items removed to place back in the temple for future people of passage to find to do it again?
No.
So,
If you do not find something, you don't come back. Or you come back in shame.
so what if the temple runs out of treasure?
We have yet to come across that as an issue.
And you've been doing it for years.
Yes.
Wow, my perception's kind of bad. Okay.
If you remember Neplin explaining when you guys were going through and
like a
exploring,
pearl.
he mentioned that when you guys went into the living quarters, that he thought about going in there and kind of glanced in there, but said that it was already picked clean.
Yeah. Well, after 100 or 200 years, you would think the whole thing would be picked clean.
May
So-
also explain why there were some skeletons down by the vault.
Yeah, but still, that's within the 100 some years. Okay, all right. Well, either way, so are there only women? Do women ever do this rite of passage?
No.
Because the men protect the women.
Yes.
It's a good tradition. I'm sure we think so.
And where are you from?
In a hollow tree.
I think we're actually from a different land across the waterway,
Across the way. Across the
called
pond.
Praxthos.
I see. From the immediate coast, or
From well, not the coast we're standing on.
The far
The
one.
bigger pond that your land sits
he's
in,
referring to like where Aquarius is,
Stops.
like the far,
the southern
like
side.
that closest coast.
Okay, well, yes, that would be it then. The other
But
coast.
you guys are like
Yeah,
from like all the way around.
yeah.
Close enough.
A separate continent land we call Praxis.
How did you find yourselves in the temple?
We are travelers, explorers. It can be dangerous. We found a way to travel far distances quickly, but are old and secret, and we would probably like to keep it that way. That way it can't be abused by people who seek power over others.
I'm glad that your adventuring did not come at the cost of your lives. The temple is a dangerous place. There's something that lurks down there. There's been the death of many wanted to be wave riders.
Yes, it does seem to be dangerous down there for many reasons. That wouldn't be wise to keep going in dangerous places, but I guess some people have to prove their worth.
It is a test.
This test, yeah. May we go and see your village then?
Of course. Allow me to escort you. I'll introduce you to the elder.
And you again, your name is Sinak?
Sino.
Sinak. Ah, yes. Okay. So my name is Torvine.
Torvine.
Very correct. Good.
Kind of looks around at the others waiting for an introduction. Isaac introduces himself. Iniquay.
I did introduce
Yes.
myself.
You said we are kindred. That's it. So.
We are a legion,
We are Legion.
Yes.
Oh no!
yeah. And we're here to possess. No, just kidding.
You're never alone.
Your lands!
We're obsessed. We're here to possess. Would you like to ask us now?
They don't have land.
I have many to spare.
We'd love to explore this address. Okay, Doctor.
Well, we just took the place over, I see.
I am Kara.
Rocks
of
fall, everybody
Whetstone.
dies.
I'm Kara the Many.
I'm Kara of Whetstone. But more lately, the woods.
Which fits right into this genre.
And then he
Yeah.
kind of like motions with his arm for everybody to kind of like split and to make a hole for you guys to walk through.
Fire in the hole.
Kara accidentally
Leads
cycles
you
to the
on,
side.
and
Oh, that's for me.
it's the
Excellent.
buildings that you see are reminiscent of what we would think of like grass huts that are kind of like circular, and then have the
Gilligan's Island.
yeah.
Mhm.
A little, you know, they are sturdy and whatnot, but it definitely looks like, you know, the
Primitive.
inside more than likely is like 2, maybe 3 rooms at most, like
That
not
must
very
have been
much.
interesting to
But it definitely spans out as you're moving through. It's a pretty large village here, probably more what you would consider a town, like a small town. But leads you close to what you would assume to be the center. And as you are approaching, there's kind of like a square there or a circle. English word is funny. A square, but it's a circle. It's a freaky circle.
Crazy circle.
Don't smile. And you see there you see a aquatic elf with a widow's peak but black hair, like jet black hair that is slicked back, like you would think that he just came out of the water, like with how like slicked it is, and goes a little bit past the base of the neck, and then has a mustache and a little bit of a beard that is trimmed very nicely.
He's a Mongolian.
And Sinok leads you up and says, "This is the elder." And he kind of like steps aside, and you see this individual. He just has robes on, and then a very decorative like jewelry on. Definitely stands out from the rest of the folks that are here. Doesn't have like any armor or anything on. This individual speaks up and says, "And who might you be? But this is in Aquayan."
Who's he talking to again?
Isaac and you
All
are you're
of the
on.
group.
Those who
He's
know
talking to the
Aquayan.
group.
Yeah, yeah.
We gotta reintroduce ourselves again.
It's diplomatic stuff.
We are Kindred. We are travelers from many different parts of the continent of Praxos across the pond, and we are here to discover more about your culture, your people, your established settlement that you have here, and see what we can learn from what seems to be your many years of prosperity here.
Got 5
I
minutes.
am Kara. What you got?
He gives like
Whips
a
out
respectful
paper.
nod to you and a slight bow, and then
Courtesy.
You don't
turns
merit a
to
full one.
Sinok and motions for him to approach. Sinok approaches and he kind of leans in and speaks something quietly to him, and then Sinok seems to head off into a different part of the village. Well, I welcome you to Skifal. I
We feel
am
welcome. Thank you.
Typhton, and this is in Aquayan. So you would get Skifal and Typhton is what the two things that you common speakers would
Spelled.
get. Typhton is Typhton. And he is the elder, or what
But
we
he has nice
consider
black
the
hair.
leader or chief of the village.
So he said that in common, right?
No,
Nope.
that was an Aquayan.
Well,
The only things that you
That's
would
You
have
good.
can
heard,
recognize
the only
the
things that
name
you would have
as
recognized
being
or
a name.
heard was Skifal and Typhton.
get out and type it.
Skip
Um,
out and
Actually, wouldn't
skip
Isaac
out and tighten.
be able to do tongues?
I don't remember if he has that as something that he can do. If that's the case, then he would.
That would be very convenient. It would cut to the chase, so we don't have to bob and weave every time we hear something.
Since we're in the water, Bob and we.
Well, we're not in the water now.
We're not.
No,
I thought we still were
no. We came up on the beach
with the murdered people.
and then walked up to the thatched house.
Oh, okay.
No,
I was gonna
I
say,
don't
I was
think he
imagining
has
how would
it.
you build a thatched roof of straw, all those little pieces, and get it down under the water and get it to
Yeah, I'm
stick.
pretty sure he doesn't have it.
Constantly repairing my roof because it keeps floating away.
It just keeps floating away. We got a leaky roof. Yeah, the water just keeps coming in. I don't think a bucket
Where
is
do you
gonna-
live? Well,
Doris, I don't
I
think a
can
bucket's
ping you a
gonna-
location, but it's
I
gonna
don't see
change
it.
if you come and visit another day.
Yes.
Yeah, speak
'Cause we
with
just-
animals. Are they kind of?
We have a houseboat,
Basic.
but it's not even a house submarine.
No, he doesn't.
Isaac would relay that to you guys,
Because he knows.
so that she doesn't have to go through and relay absolutely
It's
everything.
like going to the
Isaac
United
will
Nations.
kind of-
Did you get that?
Yeah, he will go through and
Blah, blah, blah,
quietly
blah, blah, blah.
translate for you.
Blah, blah.
That way we can keep this moving.
Well, we know what we have to do next time we go below.
What? You say that you are just exploring Aquarius?
Maybe just started.
And he's looking at you because you're the one that's.
Yeah, talking.
Yes. Of course, we are here to learn as we explore as well.
I see.
We hope to benefit from seeing how your people have flourished for so many years in this particular environment.
Well, this is all we've ever known. This has always been life as we've known it.
That's
This is
why
our
we'll
home.
be asking questions to
'Cause
let
we're
you know there's
travelers.
something that you do that seems different to us, and you can help us learn more about why you do things the way that you do. If you haven't been outside of this established area, I'm sure everything you do seems very normal, but as we've traveled, we've noticed every place does things differently. And
Can you
we would
ask
like
him
to
if
see.
they have a temple?
I was like,
I know, I'm trying to give a signal.
I was
Temple,
like, are
temple,
you saying, oh, do they have goodies
Yeah,
and
temple.
snacks for us? Including how you conduct yourselves spiritually,
'Cause
politically.
they do go to the temple in underwater. I didn't know if they had a temple above land here.
Yes. We did see ruins of a temple below, but we didn't know if that was the only one
Because
that
that's
you
where the
had or
river
not.
passage is.
It looked like
The
it
mention
was
of
just an
a
awful
temple, you see a figure approach that is kind of behind, but
An
off the
eyeball
side of
over the
it.
shoulder.
Another older, but has a widow peak, but it is white hair.
Okay.
Rather older looking aquatic elf.
Well,
No facial hair, just that white hair that it's very similar to the elders, but
yeah,
it's just
it's
white.
Yeah.
Obviously male.
Walks up and he definitely looks more has similar like robes and stuff to the elder, but seems different and symbolic in different ways. Steps up and says, "We do have a meeting place for worship. This is an acquaintance still.
That's who you're talking to.
Yes. I
Get the side.
am the holy
What is that?
advisor, or he calls you all here Rodonin, is what he calls himself in Aquayan, but
Which is
translated is holy advisor.
Rodonin
For the
and you spell it
RODONEN.
RODONEN. Okay.
That's a title, not his
Yes.
name.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He is the holy advisor for the village and for the elder. Essentially a priest, but with this
Different
culture, it's
title.
a little bit different.
Yeah.
But he stands there behind the elder, having introduced himself.
Like Reimer.
Not with a name, but
Okay.
answering the question
Oh,
does
yeah.
make himself known.
Okay, what do you say? Oh, I'll take half a step forward so it doesn't look offensive. And I say, I would like to greet him, but I am a follower of the Creator. I am a cleric, a type of priest.
He like looks at you like
Yeah.
inquisitively, as if not really understanding what you're saying, and then closes his eyes for a bit, and then opens them. You see as he opens them, there's a little bit of a blue flash in his eyes, and then starts speaking to you. You still hear Aquayan, but the rest of you now understand what is being said.
Like the dragon.
But this is not telepathic. It
No.
is.
Right.
He used tongues.
Yeah, he's
So that
we don't.
you guys can understand.
Yeah.
We don't know
Yeah,
what
it's a
the
neat trick. I gotta
I'm
learn
sorry.
too.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Do you mind repeating?
We're not one of them.
I did not understand what you just said.
Yes.
Coming in.
I am a
Your
cleric,
accent
a follower
is
of the Creator.
Oh,
Yes.
another
Holy
fellow
advisor.
holy advisor.
Yes.
Oh, well met.
Yes, glad to meet you. Now,
And everything is much more like
Yeah.
eloquent and
Yeah.
finer now that.
Does he have
Toity, toity.
symbols of the sun and stuff, the creator on him?
Yeah, and it's funny that he has different like shells and whatnot, but there's like engravings and like shapes and whatnot that resemble that. Like there's some kind of like a shell with like a design that looks like a shining sun with like the rays being like twisted a little bit like that.
Yeah.
Or at the base there's multiple shells that form like the design of a sun.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you have an establishment for your place of worship?
Yes, it is not much, but it is our own.
Well, the creator is everywhere. It's just a gathering for us to uphold ourselves while we worship together.
Yes, I'm not sure what you're accustomed to on across the pond, as it were, but
So he's talking about the colonies. Yeah.
this is how
Works
we've
for you.
always had it and what works for us. Yes.
Yes. So are we in that area or is it next?
No, it's a little farther in from the square that you guys are in.
Okay. I would like to experience humbly your area of worship.
Oh, of course. At this point, you see Sinok coming back, returning back to where you are at, and behind him, trailing behind him, you see two females trailing behind him. One older, close to the age of the elder, more than likely, and one that is around Kara's age.
Oh, I get a bad feeling about this.
Okay.
Deja
All right. Yeah.
vu. Too much.
I would like to go. I don't know what you guys are doing, but I'd like to go to the temple.
Yes, explore around if as long as you are here are peaceful.
Do we see any guards?
There are some that have, like shields that are like everything here is like
Nature.
yeah. So it's either like wood that has been like put together with like vines or like straw or something like that, or large
Shells.
and all the weapons that they have are like a stick with like jagged shards of.
Okay. So we don't see metallurgy a lot around here.
So
But except for jewelry.
Kind of hard to.
There is,
Yeah, that's the
jewelry is the
metallurgy.
only thing
Okay,
that
alright,
you
okay.
notice that is
Yeah. Okay. All right.
metal
What do you want?
ish.
did so the way that people are dressed, is there a large variety, or does everybody kind of look the same? Do you see
The
like
villagers
their
look
jobs
a
and
lot
how
of
they
a
dress?
lot of the same. There are some that are dressed similar to like Neplin that have that like skin tight like vest like outfit on, which probably means they are wave riders.
Goes with the territory.
The
so
others.
is that pretty much all guys like
Yeah,
Netland's age and
it's all
older?
males.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
militia.
Some
No, I
some
mean,
of them
like-
are
All the guys.
no, not all of them.
Okay.
There are others that are just look just regular townsfolk. A little not as nice as what you guys have seen in like King's Harbor. Some of them like for the males, like some of them just have like pants that are like ripped like a little bit below the knees,
Jaggedy.
and they have like either no top on or have like just a vest on. It is very warm out, so these guys are out in the sun a lot. It would be like the equivalent of like what we would expect going to like during colonial days, like pirates and all that kind of stuff, and like what you would expect to be like when you would go to like a sugar plantation or something like that. not necessarily like
Okay.
slaves, but like just that general like being out working in the fields. type
Casual.
of- yeah, kind of dress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are some men that are dressed like that and have like, you know, hats that kind of come out and are like
For
wide,
shade.
yeah,
For shade,
for
yeah.
shade
Okay.
and whatnot.
Okay, so they're not militaristic, but they are all trained to hold their own.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's go to the temple.
What besides the temple? What other places could we go to? What's in this village?
Pretty much just, I mean, there are people that sell different things, but that's more closer to the shoreline.
Yeah.
But that would just be like fish and some fruits and vegetables that are found in the land around.
Food
That kind of
gatherers.
stuff. Yeah.
So they have people that are making the jewelry, the people that are making the.
Could be. I'm sure they have metallurgy.
Or they
for that.
find it and they bring it up.
From ancient
just
stuff, right,
asking
yeah.
what
You
we
know,
see.
if,
That's
if
all.
you know, the elder suddenly wants a new necklace or something, they send somebody down to the temple to get something or scrounge something from the ruins.
Find some pearls.
Oh, which does remind me, this isn't this direct storyline that we're doing, but from the last storyline, we were going to talk about some notables for morality.
Yeah.
Is that going to be at the end of this game?
Yeah, we can go over that.
Okay, all right. We can just
Um,
take that line back.
As you mentioned about wanting to go to the temple, Skifal, or not Skifal, Sinok approaches with these two women, and Typhon says, is here, and he motions to the older woman. This is my wife, Natia,
Okay, all right. Yeah.
and this is my daughter, Watalia.
Not Tuya and Watuya.
Water Lilia.
Watalia.
Wadalia.
Wadalia. That's a,
Not just any Leah.
Woo-wee, Wadalia.
Wadalia.
Natia is Nauttia.
I'm not going to see her ever in my life again.
TTILA.
She has red hair.
Ever.
Ttia.
Oh, IA. Okay.
Natia. And then
What?
Wadalia is W.
Okay. I was like, what? What?
Wadalia is Watalia.
This is the priest.
No.
The
This
wife.
is Typhon's wife and daughter.
Oh, Typhon's not the priest.
Oh, okay. I thought you said the
Yeah,
priest.
yes, yeah. I was
I
just getting
misunderstood,
clarification. Yeah.
Yeah, we switched who was talking
Okay. All right.
when Typhon came up with his two cheeks. I can't believe you named the wife that.
Okay.
Natia. What's wrong with that?
It just sounds like naughty.
Yes.
I was going with like
Yeah.
Or
Nautilus.
Nautilus. Yeah, I know. It just
No.
came
No.
different. There's
I
other
was
words.
just like,
I know.
What is their name?
She did the same thing too. It's like, I hope you're keeping a tight leash on that one.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
She's Natia. Natia.
Yeah. She
That's
chews with
why
a
we have
mouthful.
extra long
I'm
lengths
open.
of cord. Oh
Okay.
my
And
goodness.
the-
All right, and the Rodonin leads
He does-
you on to the temple.
Yeah, we're doing
This is just
It
for the
is,
group. He doesn't do this stuff with me.
a little, probably about half the size of what the temple was in Whetstone,
it.
to
Okay.
give you an idea.
All right.
So not very big,
No, that's it's expected.
but one of the more fancier buildings in
Makes
the
sense.
in the town
Village.
or village.
Okay.
How is it fancier than the other ones? Like,
Structurally more
these-
sound.
Yeah, more structurally sound.
There's no
Yeah.
like,
It's not-
decorative anything on it that
Uh,
denotes that it's special.
As much as what they can come up with what they have available.
Like
Seashells.
I was gonna say shells
Like-
adorning it. Yeah.
pearls.
Yeah. They might even the doorways. They might like those hippies had the string of shells that walk through the doorway, open
Yep.
like that. Like Sigmund the
The
sea
priest has a
monster.
puka
Yep.
shell necklace.
Yeah. Okay.
See, he's got it.
All
Does
right.
he have frosted
He's got
tips?
it. Yeah. He's got the same weight.
At the moment,
At the the
Kevin's
moment.
like,
give it a bit. Give it a
we'll
bit.
part our ways.
know
I'm
what
sure.
that
No, I know what that is.
I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't picture that on aquatic people, but okay.
As soon as he's like, there's shells
Okay.
everywhere, it's just gonna break them.
She's stupid.
Early
Kind of leads you
2000s.
through the different rooms, leads you to his office where he does his studying and
Okay.
whatnot. They don't have like extra rooms here for
Hospitality.
hospitality just because they don't really get
No, everyone's got
visitors
their
all
own
that much.
areas. Yeah.
So like this is
Well,
who knows? Maybe they'll put an addition on.
yeah, they might now. We'll put it on the brochure later. Maybe get visitors.
I mean, you guys are quite the sight to behold with all of your gear and
Oh yeah.
fancy clothing and weapons made out of metal.
We're
and
like the conquistadors going through.
yeah.
I hope we don't spread a disease while we're here.
But we sound like Samwise.
Yeah, never mind. Portal, go.
Pots and pans clanking all over
Yeah.
the place.
Okay.
I'm coming,
Well,
I'm coming.
I mean, we'll spend time looking and whatever, and
Spend some time there. Is there anything specific?
I don't. I'll put. Sounds rude.
Before we move on, I just want to make sure that there's something specific.
Cause
Yeah.
is there anything that's like exclusive to their culture or to their way of life or what they eat, or like is there anything that
Sushi.
they would have that we wouldn't find anywhere else?
Sushi.
That they do, they
There
have.
are,
they,
there's some
yeah.
fish and whatnot that they would have that unless you are living by like one of the lakes
They're native.
there on Praxis
Native.
that they are used to eating because they get all their fish from the lake there. But however, if you lived on the coast, you're more used to saltwater fish.
Mhm.
So there's that.
But it's fish
The-
that we would potentially see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. When it comes to like fruits and vegetables, it's
Tropical.
more tropical. But we would think of like going to like the Bahamas.
Have your coconut with a straw.
Yep,
Mhm.
that kind of thing.
Okay. But it's
Yeah.
nothing
Umbrella?
exclusive to them.
Not really, no.
Okay.
Just a temperate zone.
It's just very primitive compared to what
Yeah.
you guys are
Right.
used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a bowl of pulled
Yep, like
It's
the,
not a
the
colonial-
bowls are like
Yeah.
carved out like
Yeah.
palm tree wood or whatever they can find
Yeah.
to use,
They're not even in the Bronze Age.
or like
so,
coconut halved
Yeah.
or something they're dug out.
I want to put up
There's
detect
conch
empowerment
shell.
in the temple.
Okay.
And I want, and then I'm extending the range to double what it is.
Okay. Just you or
Just
okay. There are some berries there at the entrance that give off some.
awesome.
And other than that, there is just a hue on the Rodonin and each of the members of the elders family.
The hue is where on them?
Well, I'll just give you his name because he would have gave you his name eventually. Delphatus is the name of the Rodonin. DELPHCADIS.
Oh man. Okay.
Delphatus.
What is he?
He's the holy advisor or the Rodonin.
Oh, that's the name of the
Yes,
guy we're
that's his
talking.
actual
Okay. The title is.
His
I got you,
is
okay.
the robes that he's wearing.
Yeah. Color?
It's blue. Each of the members of the royal family have something that is glowing green, and there are a few things that do have a purple hue to it as well.
So just his robes?
Yeah, just
Okay.
Delphatus is just his robes that are glowing blue. Not very. It's not a bright hue. It's just a faint,
Okay, alright.
low blue.
Okay. And the green ones?
Yeah, and the green ones are just a low.
And they're on
Green,
just the
blue.
other priests?
No, just the elder's family, Typhon, Nadia, and Wadalia.
On their robes.
Somewhere on them, whether it's a ring or a
Okay, so
necklace
we won't
or
get into it.
something.
They just have a couple items.
Yeah.
So I see there's empowerments going on here.
Mhm.
Okay, that's cool. All right. And I don't see anything nefarious of any other colors.
Nope. All the other stuff just looks like generic stuff.
Okay, some nature stuff. All right. Well, this has been very exciting and everything. I want to talk to Isaac.
Okay.
and as far as I know, he had a message from Sibble.
About
That's
her
what-
needing help and everything?
Yeah.
That was last time we talked about that.
Yeah, so if she needs help, we probably need to think about that. Now we kind of investigated and did thing here, and
Yeah, at this point, it's getting close to, it's getting close to midday-ish at
Okay.
this point.
all right, because my understanding, if we this is the following day from when we moved all of the treasure and stuff.
And you got up first thing in the morning and
Right.
went to the temple and you saw Neplin there. You did a little bit
Right.
of going around
Okay.
the temple,
Yep.
which took about an hour, and
Yeah.
then went through the
Okay.
ruins a little bit, and then came up here.
All right.
Which
So
was
my
another
point is,
couple of
we
hours.
still have. I should have all the charges in the gauntlet.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
I didn't write this down because I didn't get a chance to do it last night before I went to bed. But I did find the notes for your guys' gauntlet. It is a early version of it, so it's not as potent as the other ones that you guys have seen. Each of them, it still works the same. Only the portals only last for a minute instead of 5, which would have gave you guys plenty of time for
In and out.
getting in and out and getting everything in the
Okay,
time frame
alright.
that you would have needed.
All right.
But
All right.
just be aware of that.
Then I would like to say to the group, then we haven't seen our comrade for a while, and it seems like she's in peril. We have looked at this local area, and it's very hospitable, and we would like to come back maybe at some other time. But for right now, we've introduced ourselves and gotten those creative juices going. I
Now we
think,
know how to get back here.
yes. So I think we might want to exit. It's in the middle of the day. We have time, and contact Sibble, and then see about where she would like us to meet her. So does that sound good?
That's
SOS?
fine. What time of day is it?
It's getting
Midday.
close to midday at this point.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Can I ask Isaac to contact her and then see what would be good for connecting with Sibble? Because he's been having
Mhm.
interaction with her, so it kind of makes
Yeah,
sense.
he can contact her.
Okay.
As you guys are talking and getting ready to leave, there are some people are starting to warm up more to you as you spend a little bit more time here. And there are some children that come up, little aquatic elf kids that come up to each of you and are too shy to really try to talk to you, but just kind of hold out a hand, and you can see like a shell that they found and they want to give to each of you. As you do what you will, whether you take it or not, you glance over and you see Isaac mid-conversation with the elder's daughter, seeming to be having a conversation.
He's half elf, isn't
Yes, he's half
he?
elf.
Poor guy.
And as the conversation goes on and then ends, you see her reach back and grab something out of a pouch and place it into his hand, and then kind of like turns and walks a few steps and then glances back and then continues on to meet up with her mother and father. Neplin comes up.
So is she really little, like the little kids that were around us?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's like close to Kara's age.
Oh, okay. Got it.
If you must know.
Neplin comes up and specifically goes to Kara and says, "You guys are leaving?"
You bet your buttons we are. I don't say that.
This is in Aquarian.
We really must go. We must
What?
reunite with another
But
member of our party.
You guys just got here.
Yes, and we know how to get back.
Duty call.
If we need anything, we know where to find you guys.
Are you ever gonna come back?
We are adventurers. You can't tie us down.
That's a possibility.
Can I give you something?
A thimble.
No thimbles. None.
Well,
I can't stop you.
no, that's true.
He reaches back into a pouch and pulls it out and kind of goes through and sticks his hand in and then pulls out a pearl.
Oh.
Not small,
It's
not
always
really
good
big,
going.
but
Average, just like what you
mid-sized. And here, I found an extra thing down in the temple,
Extra.
Extra.
and I want you to have it.
Oh.
We will be sure to use this to serve the Creator.
So you're taking
You're
it?
supposed to
Thanks.
you're supposed to put it in your pocket for a keepsake,
Are you
not
taking
pawn it off.
That's where you put things that are valuable. Just saying.
So you're taking it?
Shop.
Sure. Puts it in the back of the pouch and it lands with a whole lot of noise to show that it's in there with a lot of other stuff. It's in
He
amongst
just
the
like
stuff.
gets this like big smile, like oh.
She took it.
She took it.
Yeah.
Just kind of
A level of
okay,
acceptance.
turns up, turns around, and kind
As
of
I
walks off
squash
with
it
a
into the
stride in his
pouch
step,
holding.
like, yeah, I'm the big guy on the block. All right, so where are you guys? Are you just
Like a pearl. You're like a
you
green
wanted
fly
Isaac to
that's
talk
so
to
annoying the
yeah,
whole way.
Sibble?
Can we find a like a private place where people aren't?
Sure.
Because if we leave, I would like to go through a portal without people staring at us.
Yes.
Sure.
Who knows who jumps through at the last moment?
And
Some
all the
fanboy.
Creator's people
Do we need to
say,
lock them?
Amen!
I would never do that.
What?
Do we need to lock the ancient one that we came through?
Well, you guys do have a little something that is waiting for you in Orenstead yet, so
Little
A
something.
little something.
Well, there's
Yeah.
a bear.
a little something. A furry friend.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I hate using all the charges.
It's just gonna be 2.
I know. So we can pop up at the portal that's here in Aquarius. Go through that portal and pop up where the bear is. Or you're saying lock it and then use the portal to go over there. I mean, you asked
Doesn't
about
matter.
locking it.
I mean, do we want to lock it? I mean, that was kind of our plan, right?
Then that's fine. Then that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going by the king's suggestion and it makes sense.
So what are we doing?
Okay. So we'll be in a remote location, so no one stares at what we do. We'll use the portal, the glove. We'll pop in front of the,
Unless you wanted to swim there, I mean, I don't care. It takes time.
someone wants us sort of quick, so I don't wanna do hours to get back. We already took a couple hours to walk around the town. So we'll pop in, which I'm sure it's not gonna be detrimental. We'll pop in, we'll lock it, and then we'll pop in over where the bear is, over at that portal. That'll be two times, and we still have one left.
Okay.
And then, when we talk, we can pop over to the town where Sibble is. So that's all 3 charges.
Okay.
Okay? Sound
I
good?
think that's fine. As long as
Okie dokie.
we're not gonna have any
Okay, so
strays.
you're popping
Already,
in.
like, I
You're
can't wait
popping
to get
in
out of here.
at the gate
Or you can
there
close it
in the
whenever you want,
temple.
right?
Yeah, in the temple. You
Okay.
get in the temple.
You can close it.
Turning that off.
Yeah, turn it off.
Okay.
Sure, no
you
one
have
can
to turn it
pop.
off on the other side.
Hmm?
You have to turn it off from the side that's sending it.
If
to shut the whole thing down.
we shut it down from where that is, we shut it off.
We have to shut off both sides, right?
You have to shut
Just
the
one side.
one that is
We're trying to lock
punching
it.
in the coordinates is where
Of its
you
own
have
coordinates.
to. Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
But it is still running right now, correct?
Aren't there coordinates on this?
Yeah,
Aquarius
we
side?
turn it off and then we,
Yes.
Okay.
yeah.
But you dialed from Orenstead, which
Yeah.
means you have to power it down from Orenstead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Turn it off.
I see.
Oh, we'll just send the companion through. He'll turn it off.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Okay, so you're popping in at Orenstead,
yeah.
sending a companion over
And he'll just dial its
to
own.
type in its own coordinates to lock it
Right.
once it's shut down.
Yeah.
Okay, so you use one charge, go into Orenstead, do all that, everything's shut down. Okay, and it's
Yeah.
locked.
Right.
Okay,
So
now
And your
use
bear
one
goes back.
charge.
yes,
So
that's
we-
one charge.
Yes.
And your bear goes back.
Yeah, he just
Yeah.
recalls the bear. And,
Yeah.
it's done.
Yep.
So there's just one charge. We have 2 charges left.
And then we find her bear.
Yeah,
Which is in
he's,
Orenstead.
he's probably walking around.
Right, but it's not where we just showed up, most likely.
He's in the portal room.
Yeah.
Waiting
he's in
for you
there?
guys
Oh,
to
okay.
return.
Yeah. Right. And
Waiting
then
for you to return.
then Isaac can talk to Sibble and say what's going on. Where
She
can we meet her?
is at the Slayers Guild currently.
Okay. So we can pop up to the Slayers Guild with the portal in the courtyard
Behind a tree.
behind the tree that's to the side, right, where the crack happened and all that stuff, right? That's the tree you're talking about, the big one.
Okay.
But that's what I'm
Where
talking
we
about. Okay.
I don't know if we want to show everybody we have.
There's a lot of different places.
It
you
doesn't
can
matter.
pop.
Like-
No one's. It's
You can
gonna be
pop-
behind it.
You can pop in a lot of
It's
different
fine.
places.
Yeah. So that's where we'll pop in there and we'll walk out from the. That way we don't have to re-enter the place and stuff. So we'll open up the portal to go to the grounds behind the tree, and then we're in the Slayers Guild. And then just close the portal.
Or we could show up in the water and then come out of the water and say, oh, we swam all this way.
You could just have a canteen and pour water on you and do that if you want. Okay. Look what I did. Now I'm baptized. Okay.
All right.
Now they're extra weird.
Okay.
I
So-
don't know, I thought we were already that.
That's why I said extra.
No, I thought we were already extra weird.
Extra.
Well, the bigger you are, the more weird it is, so you have more of it than us.
The
I
less
have a little bit of
Alright,
weirdness.
so we pop in like behind the tree or
Yep.
whatever.
And then close the portal.
Ye-
And now 1 charge left.
All right. You there,
Yeah.
Kim?
Yep, I'm
Okay.
here.
All right.
Behold.
All right. So you guys are popping in at the large tree on the Slayers Guild grounds.
It's gonna
Portal
take a
opens
while
up.
for us. We're gonna be next to the tree. I think Kara wants to carve out some parts there because she has a new bow that she just.
Nope.
New bow, what kind of bow?
That pearl is going straight
It's
to
an
the
old
temple,
term.
and I never want to see it again.
She's got it. Pulls it out of the bag. Right in the ocean.
Goodbye to bad
I
rubbish.
didn't know I had a
Little does she
slingshot.
know it's a pearl that always finds its way back.
It rolls back to you.
It only works in the water.
It's like Moana where she throws it out and then it just. Woo!
The boomerang pearl.
Nope.
Okay. There we go.
Wow! Woo! Wow!
Yeah, I was thinking about that when you were saying the names of the
Won't
girls.
any of this.
All right, so you pop in at the tree.
Yeah.
On the back side towards the ocean.
Mhm.
Pop in, y'all come through and portal shuts. And you make your way around the tree and you see a figure sitting there at the base of the tree.
Meditating.
With the eyes closed, seems to be relaxing, and then as you walk around, kind of looks and like you see Rixus sitting there at the base of the tree.
Oh, Rixus.
Not to be confused with Rip Van Winkle.
Whew, couldn't hold it.
Well,
Sorry
where
about
did
that.
you all come from? Try to take a little bit of a relaxing afternoon, and
Yes.
it gets ruined.
Oh well, we all have our
Show up again.
traditions.
He like starts to get up and stand up.
How's Isaac? He's our guest. We brought a guest with us.
Did he put your service
You
to
guys
the
are
test?
responsible for him, that's all.
Yeah, I know. Well, I let him know that he's here with us. I'm just saying. We have a guest.
Well, I would have assumed he was with you. I mean, he's kind
Odd.
of with you.
Well, good. We came here to see Sibble.
Oh yeah, she's around here somewhere.
Makes
You
it
didn't
sound
answer
like
my
a
question,
misplaced
huh?
item.
Where did you come from? Like,
From
how did you
behind the
get
tree.
here? Well, what? Like you suddenly can do whatever that nature lady can do, and I didn't hear the
No.
tree open up.
That would have been a little dangerous if that happened with you sitting at the base of the tree.
That would have been a little odd.
That would have been really noisy and a big crack, and we don't want you falling in a crack. But we'll let you in a little secret that's a big secret.
I like secrets.
And I'll hold my gauntlet up with my shield that I have. This happens to be an ancient teleportation gauntlet that we ran across in Aquarius. You may believe it or deny it, but that is how we got to it.
The way he's over enunciating every single consonant tells you something.
Cool. Sounds interesting.
People do that.
Well,
I try
it's
to
all the same to you, and he
convince
like.
something.
Now that he finds out, okay, well, it's not the end of the world. I don't need to actually be standing. I'm gonna go back and sit back
Go back
down.
to Zen.
Yeah.
Back to your crisscross
I'm just gonna go
applesauce.
back and return to trying to enjoy my relaxing afternoon. Sits back down and
That
kind of
you
leans his head back.
disrupted.
You start to walk towards the clearing, and you see a familiar figure exiting the forest or the woods. And you see Sibble walking towards the tree, towards you.
Wow, a long time no see, I say at the top of my lungs.
Oh, it's you. What? It's you? How are you here so fast? Did you get Galadra to take you?
She broke. I didn't hear what she said.
How did you get here so quick? Did Galandra get you here or bring you here?
No, our very protective friend from the woods did not get us here. We actually, as I was just telling Zathras, we acquired this, and I hold my shield up with the gauntlet up there. And I said, this is a gauntlet that we got that apparently was from the ancients that makes those crazy portals that the bad guys have been using.
Whoa, that's
Yeah, it's got
You hear
it's got 3 of those stones on there.
You hear a if you don't mind, we have this conversation somewhere else where someone's not trying to enjoy a relaxing afternoon.
What's the guy's
Is
name?
that racist?
Rixus.
Rick,
Yes.
I was-
Who's asking?
Whoa! Very simple. I heard about your hunt. I wanted to ask you about it. It sounded cool. I haven't been able to ask you about it since we got back. I figured maybe it'd be relaxing if you told me about it.
Kind of like rolls his head up, like succumbing to the fact that he's probably not gonna get to enjoy his relaxing afternoon after all.
Are we gonna take this inside where we can have a cordial conversation then?
Why get up? I'm already sitting, and it's shady.
shady.
No, we have to be
Yes,
careful
it's a
about.
large tree.
Well, we're thinking shady
It is
as
quite a
a
large tree.
shady
He
atmosphere
suspects
or
us
people.
of
Well, you know.
Shadiness, yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, I
You're
mean,
shady.
I get like a little bit
Shady?
closer. I do a sniff check, and then I say, we can just do it some other time if it makes you feel better.
Oh, you already interrupted me,
Yeah, let's do
so
it.
why not?
Spill your guts.
Oh, okay, Sid says hi. Sid says
I can't hear them.
She said, "Oh, okay." Sid says hi. Sid
Yes.
being the Barklet trainer, the old Barklet trainer for the guild that
Yeah, I
You
never
guys
got a chance
saw
to get close.
the first time that you
Yeah.
came in and never went and talked to him.
No, I planned on, but we were on our way, so.
So you went and saw Sid. What do you,
I did.
and what did you need to talk to him about?
Oh, well, I don't think I've actually really done a lot of what scarred skills, so I thought I'd give it a shot. He gave me 2 pointers. I wanted to hear about your travels, so I came back.
Well, he's good at what he does. He's a good trainer. He's been around for a while.
Yeah, I think I got a even.
Yeah, the hunt went alright. We were supposed to go to the town of Fallbridge, which is a little southeast of here, which you guys know from the layout. It's close to the same distance as Whetstone would be from Kings Harbor, but it's more to the southeast from Kings Harbor. If you have the close-up picture of the Kings Harbor area, you would have it on there. I don't know if I technically have a copy of it, which I probably do.
Copy
But, we went to Fallbridge because there
It's on the bridge
were
island.
initial reports of
Well, yeah,
some
I'm looking
kind
at the
of
dots.
lizard creature causing
Fallbridge.
problems
Do you know Fallbridge?
for the town.
Which
For the
paper
town.
Are we looking for?
Yeah, I don't think I have it.
Which paper?
It's a close-up of the Kings Harbor area.
Area, but not Kings Harbor, correct?
No,
Yeah.
Kings Harbor area. It might have been just one that I sent in the group chat.
Yeah, I don't think.
Here's the city.
I don't think
Yeah, I
we
think
have-
it's,
Yeah.
I think it's just something that's in the group chat. Initial reports indicated that there was some kind of lizard creature that was causing issues for the town. People were going missing. Adventurers were contacted and took up contracts to try to deal with said issue, and they were going missing, not returning.
Adventures disappeared.
And so they asked for essentially professionals to come and deal with it, because the guild deals with a variety of different types
Unique.
of things.
Yeah.
So, but the reports seem to lean towards it being a hydra, which seemed a bit odd, seeing that the environment of Fallbridge doesn't really
A lot of wetness.
fit the environment that you would find a hydra in,
Right.
such as old ruins, caverns, and swamps. Turns out that it wasn't a hydra after all, and that it was a huge yellow lizard and its young that were causing problems. Matter of fact, seemed to be a lizard not unlike what you and your friends hunted when you were trying to join the guild.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You get credit for that one.
Yeah, and that's not something from our local area.
No.
Okay. That seems to be a problem.
Yes, these creatures just randomly showing up
Mm-hmm.
and causing problems for areas and regions is
Unnatural.
unnatural, yes, and concerning. But so we can get to the bottom of it and figure out how it's happening.
Was the area investigated to see possible of how something like that could have been transported there?
Well, I mean, as far as we could tell, it didn't meander its way to its location.
I have a feeling I know how it got there. I think it literally just dropped out thin air.
That's a bit scary.
It is. That's very concerning. I think portals open up so these
Yeah, well,
items,
like, now the festival.
so these items can, yeah, like the festival, can open up and someone can implant whatever they want through this portal in wherever they want, and then they can cause havoc with these creatures without any evidence of them coming from anywhere.
To what end, though?
Well, obviously it's to cause chaos, to draw people's eye away from whatever the main goal is. A
So,
distraction.
distraction.
Yes,
Perhaps.
perhaps.
It was a good hunt,
This
though.
King's Harbor thing. From what I understand, you guys are kind of stretched a little beyond what's normal.
What's that?
Technically-
What's that, Kim?
I was just saying that it would stretch King's Harbor like it's military thin, trying to deal with all these things. That's what the constable who wrote was telling me a couple days ago. Thanks for your time. How did that sniff check go?
Yeah, it's possible that they're possibly trying to use it as a,
Thinning the ranks.
yeah, trying to spread the forces of the Crown and King's Harbor thin.
Well, considering the locals can't protect themselves, they do need outside help, and that seems to come from the harbor.
Yeah, I mean, anything that's close by in the surrounding region is going to reach out to the major
Lower one.
city for help, so,
Sniff check on her.
well.
She's doing a check, she said?
Yes, please.
You doing a check on him, Kim?
Yeah, it's the quick sniff. Sniff, sniff.
A sniff check on Rixus?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I found that map.
Smells like Rixus on a hot afternoon
Under a tree.
under a tree. does
Yeah,
not
that's
does not
all.
set off any alarms to you.
Wonderful. Oh, shoot. I left Quentin with Saffron's. Oh, he's gonna die.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Who is
Oh,
this?
no.
Quentin.
He's gonna. Oh, no. If I had to help a sobbing boy in the
That poor man, that
looking
poor
for me,
fella.
that would be so funny.
So who is this person? Where? Something we see?
Right, I forgot to tell you, guys. Hi, by the way. Glad you're back.
Yes, long time no see. That's what
We've
my
been
original
acknowledged, guys.
again.
A lot of
Acknowledged.
like a couple of days. Let's talk about it on our way inside. Only it brings us to try and find inner peace.
So we'll go inside and have
Yeah,
our
and
conversation.
head back to the guild mansion,
Okay.
as it were. Okay.
Our clubhouse.
Yes.
Club Med.
All right. Anything you want to discuss on the way?
Oh yeah, I'll kind of go through
A little
what's
fill-in.
happening in King's Harbor. And I think
Okay.
I found the spider. I think the spider is Baron Herschel Shirano.
You remember
And
that
he has
paper?
a small little cult of people
Spike.
following the Hydra ideology. And I found one. I was trying to get to that person. That person died, and it's kind of a big deal because it was the Duke's son, Galen. So now they're like, you probably killed him, even though I didn't. So they have a guard following me around all the time to make sure I don't kill anyone else by accident.
So the
His
Duke.
name is Quentin.
Who's the Duke?
No, she believes she knows who the spider was, which
That
the
part.
spider was, you guys found in
Letter
the
from the
lair way back when, back in
Cave.
Murfield, when you defeated Goldor, and you found that room with all of the Velopians in it. But you also found a letter to Goldor from someone signing the spider. And this was before the attack on King's
Yeah.
Harbor.
A long time.
She believes that the spider is Baron Herschel, and she investigated him, and over the course of the investigation, she has seen him kill multiple people or has been involved with multiple people dying. One, or the last one, was the Duke's son, Galen, which seemed to be involved with Herschel in some way. She tried to save him, but she was not able to reach him in time, and he passed on.
How'd he die?
Poison. Spider poison. Or spider venom.
See, that's important to know.
Because of the circumstances and how it happened, it looked like she might have had a hand in his murder or him dying. So, the city guard, or the city basically has a guard following her around at all times.
She's a felon.
Was
Make sure that she's not involved with anything else, and to make sure that she stays within the city grounds in case they need her for questioning.
was it looking like she did it? Was that part intentional?
Could be. Sibble seems to think it was.
Okay.
It wasn't
Why-
on Sybil's
why-
side.
Because whenever she was being hauled away by, or escorted away by, guards, there was a woman that screamed at her, and
Quite
the
rude.
woman seemed familiar and seemed to be at the market the day before when she was following two thugs that were associated with Herschel, and the two thugs
Died at the same time.
died as well in an alley from spider venom.
So wherever Sybil goes, people die.
So she thinks that that woman is an accomplice of Herschel in some way.
Okay.
So it seems that it probably was a setup to look like,
What?
or unintentionally looked like a setup. But while she was in prison, she contacted Zathras to try to have him see what he could do, what strings he could pull, and see if there was any help he could give to try to help expedite her prove that she's innocent and that she
She's also
didn't
on
do
the
this, because he's on the council, and he's also the one that gave her the okay to investigate Herschel.
Blood's on his hands too.
However, while she was talking to Zathras in prison, Herschel showed up and talked to Sibble a bit and said that he wanted to know what the face of a murderer looked like. And said a few things and then left.
Should have held up a mirror. Here you go.
Pretty much.
It was an interesting
Any kind of a
conversation.
shiny surface.
Yeah, any shiny surface. Yeah, like Raymond's head.
Sibble was questioned by the captain of the guard, which turned out to be a Vigon,
He's a really cool kid.
Good stuff.
named Gura,
Never mind.
Definitely reminds me
which the siblings would have met if it wasn't for the stinking festival debacle going
Oh,
on, and then
Yeah.
because you had a meeting that you were supposed to have with him, and then the festival debacle happened,
Yeah, you
and
never
then
had
that
your
kind of
meeting.
got canceled.
Yeah.
So you never got around to actually meeting him.
We blame you.
he's cool.
So, but
No follow-up.
so she was then let out of prison because the captain said that he did not find any reason to hold her, and though the investigation was still ongoing, he wanted to make sure that she stayed within the city and wanted to make sure that she wasn't involved in anything else, so assigned a guard to follow her around. Although the guard seems to be a bit green and young
Bet.
and totally out of his depth.
Made a bet.
Quentin is his name.
That's a
So
powerful
while
name.
Kara thought she was getting away from the adolescent,
That's a powerful
little
name.
did she know.
Surprise! You found another one.
If you can't tell, I really hate this character.
Oh yeah.
You miss
I'm gonna get
Kara?
back before he
No.
worries too much that he lost me forever.
Alright. So we're sort of up to speed now with you?
My opinion, we
I
should
feel
change
like
his
you're
name
pretty
to
much up to
Nimrod.
speed now.
It's
Oh,
biblical.
Kindred and Brock that have all of my evidence. They're hiding somewhere. Hopefully soon.
You
I,
mean Ginger's hiding?
Ginger and Brockman also
Yeah,
came to see her in prison and took all of the evidence that they found that pointed to Herschel.
To safeguard it.
Herschel,
Okay.
they investigated the docks, found an underground lair within one of the warehouses that had some interesting things in there, some notes and some letters, one from Goldor and some correspondence from Goldor.
So incriminating things.
And also found a case of some spiders, which Sibble was able to identify were from a remote island and are known for their extremely strong toxins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
However, all of that was put into her backpack, and she didn't want it to get confiscated. So
Okay.
Aya and Brockman showed up and took the evidence and said that they would keep it safe and that they would stay hidden until things blow over and her innocence is proven.
all right. So everybody here in our group right now, you guys have vials of what's it called?
Weak acid.
Antidote.
Yeah, if you get hit with a toxin, just drink the weak acid.
Yeah.
It'll be over before you know.
It'll counter it. A race of time. It's called.
It'll be over before you know.
So with vial of antidotes.
Basic antidote.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make sure you have them, because if we're in the town and there seems to be a rash of poisons going around, I would hate to see us get victimized, and though we have an answer, and I have them all, so I want to make sure everyone has their vials.
Kim, do you want me to mention in the conversation that was had between the Duke's son and Herschel?
Yeah. That's why I think it's an important thing that we do now.
Okay.
It seems like something crazy is gonna happen.
Herschel, the space that they found underground seemed to be somewhere that someone could live, but it was also like a meeting space, apparently, for Herschel and some other people. Other than that, Herschel didn't spend any time while you guys were gone. He didn't go to a homestead. He didn't go to a home. He stayed on his ship, which is in a section of the harbor where private ships are kept. So like the Duke's ship and anybody like that is, you know, wealthy and noble in the city. He has his own ship, and it is the second largest in the harbor.
So it's easy to find.
So it's easy to find.
Yeah.
Those two thugs that I mentioned before were seen on the ship talking to Herschel before they went to the market and before they died. And then the Duke's son was also seen on there multiple times. And
So stay away from the ship.
the Duke's son
Yeah.
went to see Herschel before he died on his boat and had a conversation with him and wanted to clarify on a few things, quote, I know you said that nobody was, or I know that that some violence is going to be needed, but I just want to make sure that my family is going to be okay, that none of them are going to be killed and none of them are going to be hurt. And Herschel reassured him and said that I am a man of my word, and that I told you that no one would be hurt and none of your family would be harmed. Yes, there will be some violence that is necessary, but none of your family will be harmed. And then
Something's going down.
reassured him once again after that, before the Duke's son left, and then later died like 20 minutes later from the venom.
Guess you don't have to worry about a promise anymore if the one he promised is dead.
Correct. Maybe.
Well, that's...
The scent thing on why Kim is interested in the scent of Rixus is because down in that underground base, she found a chamber that had a whole bunch of ropes, similar to what you saw during the festival, red and black.
Right.
No symbols on them, just red and black.
Mm-hmm.
There was one that was different that had a red hood and red trim and then black cloak. that had Herschel's scent on it. The other ones were just black robes with red,
So he's like the Grand Master. Is he?
seemed to be.
Yeah.
She took note of all the scents in the room.
Mhm.
The ones that she could identify at the time was Herschel and the Duke's son.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, she wasn't able to identify one until she met Quentin, and when she got back to the guild. When she met Quentin, she noticed a familiar scent, not coming from him, but it seemed to be not that he was the source, but that he had rubbed up or was around someone.
Quentin's the bodyguard.
Yes, the bodyguard
That's been assigned to him.
to her. Yes.
Her.
She also noticed.
Bodyguard in quotations.
She also noticed, or she was going around the guild and smelling different individuals, and wanted to. I forget how you.
It was Zathras. Zathras smelled funny.
Yes, she went to meet with Zathras, and Zathras had a familiar scent on him as well from one of the cloaks, but it seemed like he was not. It was not coming from him as him being the source, but that he was around someone that smelled familiar.
Well, he's also on the council. He probably bumps heads with the Duke.
Could be.
I mean, they talk from time to time, probably.
She investigated and asked who he was around, and he said that he spoke to Rixus, to Sid, and to four new recruits to the guild.
Where do we know where these recruits come from?
That was
I got
something.
it. I have all the
That was
information.
something that
Have
Sibble.
it written down.
Yeah, that was something that Sibble asked about
Okay, alright.
and looked into.
I got it.
So she
Okay.
went to talk to Sid, talked to him,
Mm-hmm.
and got to see the recruits. Found out where the scent was coming from and which individual it was coming from, and then also went to see Rixus, and that's where you met up.
Okay. That's very. That's a big web of intrigue.
Well, I have been busy. I don't know what you guys have been doing.
Yeah, we were
I don't
gonna.
know.
We were gonna give you a
I've been
lowdown.
busy.
Yeah, we were gonna give you a lowdown what we did.
While she went to talk to Sid and find Rixus,
Mm-hmm.
she also asked when she first met Quentin who his friends were, trying to find out who she could go and try to figure out who the scent was from. He said that he wasn't comfortable telling her
Yeah, I'm scared.
any of his personal information or who his friends are,
Why?
since she is, no offense, being charged with a crime or supposedly, and he's probably watching her for a reason and doesn't feel comfortable relaying that information.
So you can't trust anyone.
So she
Everyone can do
asked-
hearsay.
So she
Wait,
asked
wait.
Zathras to see if he could work some magic on Quentin and find that information.
So he can, because he doesn't have questionable
Because he's not
credentials.
Sibble and he's
Yeah.
not, wanted for supposed murder.
Technically, she's not wanted either.
Yeah.
That's just suspicion.
You get what I mean.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So, all right,
That's a general rundown of what Sybil's been
all
up
right,
to.
There you go.
all right.
Besides going and seeing Jeannie and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
in the highlights.
Well, you have a quarter of our highlight when I showed you the gauntlet. That the
The
information,
whole quarter?
a quarter of what we've done,
Is attaining
yeah,
gauntlet.
obtaining it was an ordeal.
Oh.
But we had to go through a guardian who was a three-headed dragon that was merged. There were individual dragons, but a long time ago.
Wow, that sounds probably a little weird.
Yeah, but apparently the creator had a hand in that. Many thousands of years ago. The center head, her name was Suna. And I think she conveyed to me that Suna is actually a relation to the dragon that's in your sword.
Oh,
I think she said something about that he was her brother.
well, that
Like the
kind of
three
makes
of them
sense.
were.
There's
Well,
currently
maybe all three at one time together, they are his sister.
Sisters.
Oh.
And I was thinking if we could get them together, maybe they can spark some sort of memory in the dragon of prior relationships and maybe help him to open his tongue more to give more information for you.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I'm sure he'd like to see another dragon. I don't think he's actually seen another dragon since he's been in the sword.
Yeah, and specifically a relative.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, and there was a temple that we
Where
were.
did you meet this giant dragon?
Yeah, this was in Aquarius.
Oh, that's new. I thought you were on Eclipsera.
We were, but we were going through the portals. Remember those?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, we went all over the place. We went to the Evil Twins.
You guys have to take me sometime. That would be so cool.
Yeah. So, but the biggest thing that we ran into was over in Aquarius, and that's where we got the gauntlet. We ran into the three-headed dragon, and we found out that the ruler of Aquarius, what was his name?
Yeah.
He was an elf immortal, Multial.
Typhon.
Who?
Malthael.
Malthael.
He
Yeah.
wasn't the
I like
ruler
the
though.
elves.
He was
Whatever it is with the last, like, elf.
Yeah. It says he's an elf immortal, and he's the one who made the gates.
Oh. Neat.
And
not quite.
and
I think some stuff got mixed up there.
we can take you there sometime. They have these empowered historical murals that told the story when you activated them. And
That
they,
is so cool.
yeah, we'll have to take you there. There's local
You
people,
should, actually.
yeah, that breathe underwater, and they're elves.
Ah, underwater.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to take you there, but right now it sounds pretty pressing what you're involved in, especially for Kings Harbor.
Yeah. Yeah, not to, like, trump what y'all did or anything, but I think that, like, the dukes in general think.
Isaac speaks up. I believe the sisters also gave us some names too, if I'm not mistaken, because they gave us some history on
They give us a lot
the
of stuff.
dragon that is in her sword. I think they gave us some names too, if I'm not mistaken.
You're probably not mistaken.
Oh, Isaac, I had a gift for you. I, like, reach around for my backpack and then realize my backpack is gone. Get a little sad. Another time when I have all my things, since it's gone.
At this point, you guys are getting close to getting back to the mansion at this point.
Oh, this is the name of the dragons. The eldest was Ave
I don't know if he's
Karisner.
allowed to know
Krishna.
his name.
Yeah.
I don't
Ave.
think he's allowed to know his name.
And the youngest was Ray Kyger. Raikagar. I have a stuttering problem. So the youngest dragon was Raikitur, and the oldest was, I think it was Aavkras. NIR, yeah. And one of those names is the name of your dragon and your sword.
Oh. They're both very long.
Yeah, they were the elder brothers or whatever they were.
Exactly.
Sort of like the Miser brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure Isaac remembered that, but I appreciate him making me dig back in the back of my
Yeah,
head.
Isaac will have to remind me how to spell that later today.
Yeah, he's probably the one to do that. He's more of a bookworm than I am.
Of Krishna and Raikigor.
Yeah, that one. It's not Oriental to me, Japanese. So.
Cool.
But yes. So maybe if those names could ring a bell in his head whenever you want to talk to him, maybe that'll wake him up.
Yeah? I can certainly give it a shot.
And see if he remembers his sisters, Suna,
So
Rasa, and
Suna.
Melissa. Something like that. I
What?
butchered them, I'm sure, but Suna at least is the head name. Yeah, he should know
That's the one
Suna
you
most.
guys
That's the
want.
one I remember the most. Yeah.
This is gonna be fascinating.
Yeah. He'll probably say, "Are you guys okay? You need counseling."
Complex.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll get Fraser to take her for us. That's fine. Okay. But yeah, that's the stuff, the highlight that we have for you.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
And
Yeah,
Nephilim
and,
is the boy who's an aquatic elf.
Apparently, this is Isaac speaking. Apparently, Aquarius didn't actually used to have the mysterious lake either. Apparently, it just used to be one landmass, and the ancients, which the sisters told us were called Ivari.
Avari, yeah.
They are the ones that built the portal, and apparently they were really tall elven individuals, similar to Raylog here, but elven.
Oh, fascinating.
Yeah, apparently they had a wide-spreading empire before the collapse, and then the collapse happened, and then that happened apparently because they turned away from the creator and were destroyed for it. But there was apparently a small remnant that was left that still served the creator, and they were turned into the elves of today, and
Second chance of
the
sorts.
creator made the rest of the races after that, I guess. But the city the temple that we went to over there was totally submerged. It used to be above ground apparently, but whenever the collapse happened, apparently the city was destroyed and submerged, and the mysterious lake was formed.
That's news.
All of our investigation
I don't know if
was
that's written
underwater.
down anywhere.
Yeah.
Not that I've ever read anywhere.
Well, they have a library there, and I had some original maps, and but the problem is most of the books we touched, they fell apart.
Yeah, sounds like you guys had way more fun than I did.
Well, there's a room we like to take you to, but we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
As you arrive back at the mansion at this point, you see a young individual dressed in city guard attire coming out the door, kind of looking around frantically like, "Oh, there you are!
Sorry.
I was starting to panic. You kind of just left me in there with that Zathras guy, and he was asking me all these different types of questions, and then I came out and you weren't there.
Who are you?
I can't really own my word. Who are all of you? Hi.
Hey, yeah.
I'm Quentin, by the way.
This is
Hi.
Kindred.
Sister with a Q.
Oh my, you are like the chief and big and scary.
Well, I know.
Yep, so this is Raylog, this is Isaac, Conrad, and Torvald.
Hi.
This is Quentin.
What is a Quentin?
I don't know. I was coming to. I'm supposed to watch her, and she.
Is that your business? To watch
I
Sibble?
accidentally meandered away.
Yeah?
I got distracted.
I mean, she like I stayed outside. Like she
It's true.
last night she slept in the room, and I stayed outside. I promised nothing.
Why are you bringing this up again, you weirdo?
Who do you
Sorry.
serve?
The road.
You're fine. Okay.
On a personal level.
Sibble?
Okay, that is a higher form.
You serve Sibble.
No, I.
Sybil's at it
I
again.
am
I
part
see.
of the city guard.
You're disrupting the delicate internal balance of my bodyguard.
Well, I don't want to mess with his harmonics.
Yeah, he's
You like see like he's trying to like in the middle of
Straighten
like
up.
trying to adjust his helmet
Yeah.
that's a little too big for his head.
Gotta look more dignified.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, guys, this is Quentin.
How tall is he?
Average human height, like
5'6".
5'11".
5. Oh, okay. 5'10", 5'11".
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is that with his shoes on?
Mhm.
High heel sneakers.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, what did you tell Zathers and your random questions? How'd that go for you?
I mean, he was nice. He was kind of.
He's like that.
I don't know. He seems like a nice guy, but then at the same time, he's kind of intimidating. It's.
Yeah.
I kind of felt like I
I mean,
was
you
in
probably heard he was
a
yelling
hot
at
seat
people.
there for a minute.
Interrogation?
Yeah.
Oh,
I kind of felt like I did something wrong, even though I
Did you?
didn't. No.
Are you sure?
no, he didn't.
Yeah.
You
I'm
follow all
positive.
protocol.
No,
Yes,
you
I'm
worried.
sure.
You
The
don't
only
have
thing I
time
did
for
wrong was
people to
lose
be
my
worried.
charge, but I found her now. So we're good.
Yes, that was the worst part. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
That is a grand mistake, though. That could have been life
I
or death.
just get distracted. I shine.
Well, I mean, she seems capable. I'm sure nothing would have happened.
Then you wouldn't have to be a guard now, would you?
Good point.
I'll leave it at that.
I don't think he kind of like leans it towards you, Sibble. I don't think he likes me very much.
He doesn't like a lot of people, but he claims to really like culture. I don't get it either.
Oh, okay.
He's like that to everybody. It's
Oh.
What, grumpy stick?
Just quit being a stick in the mud.
That's about it. Well, I'm out of the water, so I'm further away from the
Stick
mud.
jokes. This is what we've come to. Stick jokes.
All right, let's pole vault somewhere else.
Yeah.
Let's what?
Pole vault somewhere.
Pole vault someone else. Okay. Alright. So,
Like to our break.
where are we going? What are we talking about?
Well, Quentin, I'm glad you came all the way down the stairs, but I actually need to go back up the stairs.
Down and up and up and
Okay,
down and down and up and down.
Call it
After you, I suppose.
Oh, you're so kind. Alright, upstairs. Back to Zathras.
Alright, so you guys
Okay,
are
we're
going
going to
back.
Zathras, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do.
Sounds like a plan. Let's take our break now before we go up and talk with Zathras, and then we'll come back and have that conversation.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yeah, it's a Klondike time.
That's strange.
We're back. So you guys are heading up to talk to Zathras.
We are?
Kim, are you heading this up or?
I don't know if we'll be able to do it.
Okay.
Eddie, I'm in.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back.
Yep,
So you
I
have.
wanted to around. I got what we needed.
Okay.
More than your recruits. Fort Durlock or something like that. That's your guy.
Oh, there's your gun.
A guy, like, what are you referring to?
He's the one who's linked with the Hydra.
You're saying one of the recruits is in league with Hydra.
Yes, I am.
Oh. Okay.
Hear me.
Well, that is an interesting.
One mystery now. We found one, and he's alive, which is great. Hopefully he knows a little bit. I look at Quentin, kind of like give him a, I'm sorry. What'd you get out of Quentin?
Oh, not much. He was pretty steel trapped, honestly.
That's what I like about him, but it's also what I dislike about him.
Love-hate relationship.
That's exactly.
Quentin's just kind of sitting back there, like.
You
Sorry.
decide whether I like him or not.
You realize that these people are in danger, right? Like, it's not just because I want to find them for funsies. Like, they're in actual danger. The last person that I knew that was associated with these people died right in front of me.
Who are you referring to? This person here on the ground?
No, buddy. No, the huge stuff.
It's a dog.
I'm not talking to you. I don't know, but it's really vital.
Oh.
Such a weird conversation.
Because that's how people.
Yep,
are
it is.
when you ask about a dead body, nobody.
It's true. I do.
I can know she's making with necromancy.
Okay, yeah. We did it. We really killed the huge son. We more than willing to kill your friend. We need to find them for the bad guys. I don't know what Zathras specifically has to do, but this is for theirs. Okay?
So you think that one of my friends is involved?
It's possible. I don't know. If they're your friends, I want them to think that. They can prove that they're not. But I can't control. I guess it's too
I find that hard to believe that any of my friends would be involved in this, or that they would willingly hurt any of my other friends.
I agree, which means you have nothing to worry about. I don't get to written check.
Inside check? Is it-
What's that?
Can I make a check?
What kind of check?
It's a charisma check, a persuasion check.
Yeah, sure.
Quentin, that I'm being as authentic as possible.
Sure.
And now that you've seen my friends, you know I'm the least scary one in my group because again, I'm at work, so I don't have to dice.
Do I have to roll for it?
Somebody.
Oh, that's right. You don't have dice and stuff. do
That's
you?
why we're like.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for it. Yeah.
Alright, it's a 1.
I have the, what is it? Is it a 18? And then I have persuasion, so I'm not a 2. Are you kidding me? No, I'm not kidding you.
You got a natural one, so I mean it's a flawless regardless. Okay. Well, I guess I could maybe introduce you to them.
No,
Since-
whatever clubs are here is gonna help me out, and we have 4 of those clubs in the other clubs.
Since it seems to be that one of them, their lives might be in danger, I suppose. Alright, do you guys have any questions for Zathras or Quentin?
Kind of
She's
going
in
for the ride. I don't know what angle that we're supposed to approach from.
Heading 99240. Runway 37.
I mean, we did our investigation thing where we were, but she's doing a cloak and dagger investigation, which we weren't a part of.
They were just flying by the seat of our trousers.
We don't want to ruin the cloak part. We're there for the dagger part, though.
Yes, we were. We wanted to be the tip of the spear.
Stabby, stabby.
Okay.
Blindly, but the tip of the spear. Creates an interesting picture.
Alright, well,
We want to be part of the stabby stabby.
oh yes. Marie found the picture thingy for the close-up. Okay. Still there, Kim? I think she's muted.
Yes, kind of, sort of. I'm trying to get them. What did I roll? How did I do? I didn't hear anything.
He rolled a 1.
He rolled a natural 1 and
Of course he did.
Oh, you get a
no.
no.
Your dad rolled a 1 for you.
I didn't.
Ta-da!
Quentin, however, did roll well as Quentin rolled well too.
Giving it that's
Um,
and you can fill it with bread. Give me 1 more second. I'll be right back.
So he opposed it.
yeah, it was pretty. He didn't roll a 1, but it was
Mm.
pretty close.
Yeah, that's our game master. Pretend you were gonna hit. Roll higher.
There's a natural 1.
Give me a 20.
I do know that she wanted to. The reason she was looking into wanting to talk to Arlen, the high priest, is because she wanted to go and have them use detect a lie, I think it is,
Detect
to prove that
Exonerator.
yeah, to
Yeah.
prove her innocence.
Yeah. But
So
that
that's
doesn't
probably
involve us.
something that she's going to want to pursue.
Yeah, but that doesn't involve us.
Um,
per se.
Quentin rolled well, even though your dad rolled a natural 1, and he basically said that I guess it would be okay to introduce you to my friends since you seem to think that their life is in danger, but he didn't give any names.
But that's how you introduce people.
No.
When you introduce them, you give the names. Hi, this is you, and you. How you doing? Names.
You want to go? Where are we going?
Okay. Gotta get the ball rolling.
So you want to go meet his friends?
That's what's.
Yeah.
Or are you wanting...
The people that you talk to, but they're even aside.
Okay.
Are those guards?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was at the barracks.
Yeah, can't always choose your friends.
Okie dokie. So you guys are going to head over to the
It's
barracks.
just funny you would call them friends. They're just work associates. That's all.
Okay.
They can join. They
No, I don't think so. I think he's that green around the gills. If someone accepted to talk to
You guys
him.
go to the barracks. At this point, with traveling and conversations being had, it is getting close, or it is later in the evening at this point. It's getting close to like 5, 6 o'clock ish. So dinner time.
Summertime, yeah.
But you guys you go to the barracks. He leads you down to some, not like a rec room, but like
What, lounge?
kind of, sort of, and walks over to a set of 3 that are sitting there. He goes up. You see a human, a elf, and a who was a halfling? Yep, a halfling.
Was there a type of race of elf? Like from each of
Half elf actually, not full elf. Half elf.
Oh, so there's only half an elf standing.
Yes, human, half elf, and halfling.
Is Isaac with us?
I would assume he probably went back to the temple after.
So no.
So no, I would assume that he would be wanting to go to the temple to inform on what was discovered and what you guys have done over the last several days, close to a week actually, and to let you guys do what you are
Okay.
wanting to do. But he goes up and introduces you to a human male named Thorn, and a half elf by the name of Mira, and a halfling by the name of Willow.
Is Mira a guy?
No,
I didn't think so.
Mira is a female half elf.
And she's a guard.
Yes. Guard. Females can be guards.
I'm just asking.
You're not in Aquarius anymore. You're in Kings Harbor.
Dun,
Culture.
dun,
Culture.
dun.
You have 2 females in your party. You might want to be careful questioning their usefulness.
I can
Next
question
time it's their
any of
guardship.
their.
And then the halfling's name is a what?
Halfling was Willow.
We did have 5. Or 3.
Is Willow a guard too, or no?
Total
Yes.
5 people.
Will. These are all guards.
Yeah, it's getting
Thorn, Mira, and Willow.
And thorns are what? Thorn is a what?
Human.
Okay. Full human. Female.
But introduces you to these 3. And upon introducing you, he then asks, where's Eldrin? Why isn't he here?
Yeah.
And the other 3 are like, he said he was going home early. Said he had some things that he needed to take care of.
It's pretty generic. Yeah.
Okay. This is Quentin speaking. Okay. Well, this is most of my friends, minus 1.
Okay.
At least here at the barracks.
I don't know what kind of questions.
She probably just wants to do a sniff test on.
Yeah. You'd
Be like, okay, we're good.
You smell a familiar scent on them, but it's as similar to Quentin, where it seems
Next to something
not
that's not from
the source. It seems to be not present. So more than likely, this Eldrin is probably the source. More than likely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And Eldrin's the other one that left, really?
Yeah, the one that left early because he had some things he needed to
Okay,
attend
Just
to.
in your mommy upper dorm, so you don't need to be
Alright.
Sweet.
Well, we're here to.
I need to meet.
So we're going to go to him.
Well, we don't know where Eldrin is.
Right, I'm sure
Go.
Quentin knows.
Maybe.
Which is why.
Quentin might know where Eldrin is.
If you're such good friends, I'm sure you know where he lives, yeah?
Because that's where you become friends.
I mean, if you went home, he's probably not feeling well. So
I mean, we're more of like good friends here at work. I've
Yeah,
never been
that's
to
what I
his
figured.
house though.
You get along with
Okay,
these
I
people.
look at Quentin's friends. Do you guys know where he lives?
They all kind of like look at each other and like, no, none of us really go to each other's homes.
What was he doing today before he went home?
He was here
He was scared.
with us.
Guarding? What do you do? I mean, you just sit around and look at each other?
We weren't on duty.
You weren't on duty at all today.
No.
Yeah.
So you're in reserve? I don't
Right
understand.
now,
What's your
not
purpose?
necessarily reserved. We're just we weren't on duty today.
Today
We
was
didn't
an
get
off
called
duty.
out for anything.
Oh, I was under the impression that you guys were on duty and you finished your rounds and now you're preparing to leave to go home. It
No,
is around
I mean,
supper
we
time.
we come in because there's the potential of us needing to go out and attend to something, but
So you mean you come here on your day off and just stay? To be on call?
oh no, I don't come in if I'm not supposed to be here.
But
It's essentially like being on call, essentially.
yes.
But they're just not gonna stay at home for that. They want them to be at the barracks in case they need them.
So you still have to leave your home even though you're not working?
Yeah.
You get paid for today?
Yeah.
Half pay?
How long ago did he leave?
About an hour or so ago.
Okay.
Is that good enough for you to pick up the trail?
Is everything okay with Eldrin? Is like, why are you guys coming in here and asking questions?
Well, that remains to be seen.
Okay. Quentin, are you sure you can trust these folks? How do you know these
Actually, we're
folks?
part of the Slayers Guild. We're on special mission.
Roll a persuasion check if you want to persuade them that you're on a mission.
Oh, we are on a mission. That's an 11.
Not for the guild, you're not!
That's a, I'm just giving credentials of who we are.
Okay.
That's a good success.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't roll that well. Okay. No, I don't know where he said he was going home, but I couldn't tell you where he lives. Other than in the city. I mean, he's
Pretty
usually
close.
here before all of us, so it's probably not too far, but
So you never saw the direction that he comes from?
no,
You would think so.
No, I need my map of the city so I can give you the right direction.
Are we talking to the girl or the boy?
You are talking to you're talking to the
The middle
half-elf.
head. The half elf.
Mira.
Mira. Mirror, mirror on the wall.
Oh, she better not be a home alone.
She might be pretty soon if she's not careful.
You're not the fairest. You're mean.
You're not the boss to me.
And so not fair. I
I'm gonna
cannot
turn
believe
you around and put you up against the wall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put you up there like you're part of a bunk collection.
He heads kind of towards the gate, but
So you go south.
but to the left, looking at the map at the same time. So it's kind of towards the gate, but also to the left. You have your hand on it. Right here.
I mean,
So you're at the
we
barracks,
can
which is
actually
kind of close
just
to the
give
temple.
up the call.
So he heads towards the main gate and to the left of it.
Oh, to the left, into this area.
No.
Oh, I'm going down, it's left. Looking at the map.
I'm saying looking at the map.
Oh, I thought from his point of view.
No.
We could have Clinton call him.
Yeah, because he's his friend.
Yeah. Just check up on him, see if he's feeling alright.
But he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know where he lives.
Right, like you could ask, hey, could I, check up on you, see if you're doing alright.
Who's he gonna ask?
Like a friend would.
I think she's talking about like with a stone, maybe.
Because the other guys don't know where he lives. I mean, you would have to sniff his trail.
Yeah, do I feel like I could maybe sniff on his trail?
She's heightened senses.
It would be.
If I'm going the same direction?
Yeah, it would be difficult with how many other scents you're dealing with the city and whatnot.
Well,
Give it a shot. Give it a shot.
I feel like, did I hear you right when I heard that he was like scared, nervous, kind of feeling sick, so he went home? Is that what I heard?
No, he said that he was
Oh.
leaving early because he had some things he needed to attend to at home.
Oh. Roger that. Okay.
It was a generic thing. It wasn't like I'm going to the doctors or something. Or to buy groceries for the mother.
I mean,
Does he work
I
tomorrow?
could try to.
Yeah, we're all on duty tomorrow. We're supposed to be in here, so.
Yeah. Do you want to wait until tomorrow to bump heads with him?
I mean, I don't think we can find them today.
Well, if you can't
But
sniff him
I'm
out.
pretty confident that it's him. I mean, eating him doesn't change anything other than maybe making sure he's safe and we're other people around.
I'm
Well,
sorry,
finding out where
like
he's
Mira speaks up. I'm sorry you think it's him. Like what? Him what? Like did he do something?
I have a very sensitive nose. I'm having like a reaction.
Well, I'm sorry that your nose is very sensitive.
Yeah, it's. I'm like.
It needs to cause something.
Like she's giving Quentin kind of like this look of like, who are these people? Like what?
It's fair. It's super fair.
Well, we don't have to continue this conversation in front of them. So.
The other two are kind of like looking up and down and like starting to put like two and two together of like, isn't this the lady that was in here that was supposedly held for murder? Like,
She's
why
under.
are they looking for our friend?
She's under guard, so everything's fine. And you
Yeah.
already know your friend's a very good guard, so everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Everything's under control. All right, we'll just leave then.
Just bugger out then.
Did you want to try to sniff and follow under great odds?
I can try if you guys want to take the time to do that.
Well, we're here. It's the only lead we have at the moment until we wait till tomorrow. So.
Yeah, I mean, it was only an hour ago. I can smell things
Okay.
from over an hour ago. I can give it a shot.
As you guys are exiting the barracks, Sibble, you get a familiar voice in your head.
Not the dragon.
Sibble,
He's been eavesdropping.
sounds like Galtaris.
Oh no, who just got me? Oh, oops.
Says Sibble.
Hey.
believe before we had a conversation if you were ever planning on having people drop by to maybe notify me ahead of time to let me know to expect someone.
I hope use it in the case of an emergency. I didn't actually need to use it.
So Ginger popped in.
Yes, I am here with two individuals that are saying that they are acquaintances of you.
Oh, great.
Yeah, yep, they are.
We have too many of those.
Surely.
Okay.
Oh, red-haired elf lady and a dwarf.
All right.
Is this kitty
Well,
cat?
I'm just calling to clarify and verify.
Yeah, I'm super sorry. I didn't actually think that they could see.
I had that.
So they've been here for a few hours now. It just took me some time to find a way to contact you.
Yep, well, they're doing me a solid. And you are too.
Should I keep them here on the premises or?
Oh, she's right
They're friends. They can come and go wherever they want. They're just hiding from dangerous people on my behalf.
Okay. Is there anything I should know, or just keep things under wraps?
I mean, they know pretty much everything that I know, so if you have questions, you can ask them.
Okay. Well, we'll keep a watchful eye out then if you're saying that they are in hiding.
Yeah, King Server's going through a time right now. We're working.
Okay.
Yeah, you can also maybe call Raffles and see how he's doing. He's a little stressed.
Talk disastrous.
Good to know. I might do that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Over out.
Thank you. So sorry.
We'll go. Roger out. All right. So we're gonna do the sniffing thing.
Yeah, let's do the old sniff.
Okay. 5 is right there. Okay. All right. Ever sniffing?
Yeah, I sniff.
You sniff.
I have a 7, almost 20% to sniff.
Yeah, you have a 95. I only got you a 70%, which is a great success. It's not a major, not flawless, but
Yeah, you start to follow the scent, and you get like a block or two, and then it's like, okay, I think it's this way. I think it might not be this way. I don't know. It kind of gets mixed up with some other.
Can she try to relocate herself one more time at a different minus?
She can try to pick it up again.
Yeah,
It would take. It just.
Alright.
It takes more time. That's
I
all.
understand.
We'll,
Let's-
toss it around this corner.
It's just like a dog trying to pick up the scent again. It takes time to reorient.
You would have to pick dog.
Nope.
Woof.
All right, that's a 2%.
Okay. Takes a bit for her to orient herself, but she does eventually pick up the scent again. Leads you through the city and eventually to right close to the slums. Actually, just before you get to the slums, and leads you to the front of a home.
Do we look around for snipers? I'm getting a flashback.
I mean, you can if you want to do an awareness check or a sixth sense to see if something's invisible or whatever.
I would physically look first.
Okay. Awareness check if you want to check to see if there's any.
That's a 3.
Okay.
Let me look for me. I was looking at Sibble stuff.
Yes.
have an 80%.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh wait, that was wrong, wasn't it? That would be, yeah, awareness is percent. That was silly. That's too bad that 3 doesn't count. That would have been nice. Oh man, all of them were zeros. Every single one of them. So that's 100%. That means a failure. So
For
my awareness.
I thought you rolled awareness already.
Awareness
rolled
is.
a 20-sided.
Oh, I
yeah,
see.
yeah.
I see.
Unless you want to take the 3, I'll take the 3.
Nothing seems. Nothing seems.
Everything's
apparently-
kosher up there.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But my sixth sense.
Interesting. Interesting.
Wow, has the sky always been blue?
Has it been that blue
Yeah.
before?
But my
Is
awareness.
the sky getting closer?
Yeah. But my
Or is it
sixth
just
sense.
me?
Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. They're all percent.
Anybody else rolling awareness to see if you're about to get sniped in the head?
Okay, I'm gonna roll my sixth sense.
At least then maybe I won't be flat
Whatever. That's an 88.
Torvine's just doomed.
I'm just paranoid right now. I'm having flashbacks when I was on top of a Vigon and got poked. What?
My goodness. Goodness gracious me.
And I'm not riding on shoulders again.
You
I'm
want to roll for
coming.
Sibble?
I had good rolls earlier. Now I don't. 98.
Okay.
So
I'm coming.
that's for her awareness. Might as well do her sixth sense too, since I'm losing. Oh, there we go.
Fail on awareness.
All right, any sixth sense, she got a 10.
Okay. She
So
doesn't
I mean, I
sense-
passed. I'm not sure if I got a good or a great because
What's your number?
I got a 41.
What's your target number?
I think it's 70.
41? That's a good
That's
success.
So how do you know if it ends?
41.
Oh, 41, yeah, 40%.
41 out
'Cause
of
it's
70
40
would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah.
It goes
It's
to the
just
next
shy of
category
a-
of 45.
It's just shy of a major success.
Your target is 70, right? Yeah, his target's 70. And you
Yeah,
roll
so
a 41.
so minus 30 is a major. If you roll 30 below. Because you rolled a 41, yes?
Yeah.
He rolled a 41.
Yeah, which is 29 under, not 30.
Yeah, but that's not what the table shows.
No, it
Well,
doesn't.
that's what I have here.
My question was because at the table, so you have good and great. So good, it's 45.
Yeah,
And great is 40.
yeah.
So where's
45 is where
41?
it starts. 41 is, so basically, anything from 40 up to 45 is in the great category. So 40 through 44
Okay.
is, right, that's
So it
just
should
the starting.
yeah, it should say 44 there.
Yeah, well, you see, if you look at all of them, they're the same way. It's a nickel difference. If you look at all of them, under all categories, you look at all the categories. Every single one.
Mm-hmm.
The starting number at the lowest point is 5. Difference of the top one that's on the other side, unless it's with the where it just starts at the
Either
6%.
way. You don't notice anything of
No.
any snipers or anything on
Yeah.
the roof or anybody leaning or poking at, like looking through like a window or anything like
Mhm.
that.
Okay.
But Sibble's pretty confident that this is the home of the individual that you are seeking.
So what's his name again? He was the 4th
Eldrin.
Eldrin.
Everett.
I hope not. What's his race? His buddies know?
He was an elf. Eldrin supposedly was an elf. Is an
Guy.
elf.
Oh, still is. Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Did he change?
They will find them dead.
Maybe he's in disguise. We have people that disguise themselves. They project their voices and sound like different people.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are outside a house.
Well, towards it, yes. The windows, doors, open, closed.
Couple windows. Everything's shut.
Does shut as of, are they like shutters shut, or just the panes are shut with curtains across?
That the windows are shut, curtains are across. Door is shut.
Yeah.
It's only a single story home.
Good.
Do we think it has a back door?
So I was gonna say.
And you can go around and look.
Can we tell if there's lights on?
Like, just by
Doesn't
looking at
look
it
like
and the
there's any
other
lights
ones
on.
that we've gone through, do we think that there's a back door?
Yeah.
It's possible. A
Is-
lot of these buildings in here do have back doors.
Are there
Alright,
patios,
I'm gonna-
walkways that go
I'm gonna
between
walk
them?
out to Festus and send him off.
This is butted up right against two other buildings.
Oh, so it's not individual building. They're sucked up to each other, and there's
I'm
no
gonna go ahead
walkway.
and send Festus to
Alright.
the back.
All right.
So Festus flies
Flies
over. There is an alley that leads behind this row of buildings that are connected. There
We
is a
can
back
watch.
door.
They all have back doors.
We can send them off the door since they're friends.
What are you thinking?
I'm not. Your dad wants to know what you're thinking, Ken.
What I've been thinking is that that's probably one of the few ways we'll get him to open the door.
So you want to go through the back?
No.
This is what I was thinking. I want to grab Festus's talons, his legs, and he'll fly me out back. And then I'll be there at the back door. So if you knock on the door and he flies out the back, I'll be there and I'll put him to sleep.
That
Listen.
feels vicious.
Well, it matters how hard he hits.
And how well he rolls.
Yeah, well, he'll roll bad because the game master is going to fudge it.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Okay.
He is an elf too, which they have a natural resistance to
Big
that.
Festus, keep
They
your glove
have
out back.
+2 to the room.
Thank you.
Alright, so Festus and Torvine make their way around to the back.
Well, my rod of paralyzation, it'll be fine.
Okay, Clinton, let's go knock on his door.
Or ball of flame, whichever works best.
Quentin goes up. Eldrin, you home?
It's your friend.
It's Quentin. Just checking up on you. I want to make sure everything's okay.
I'm standing there at the red. Back door.
Okay. As you're standing there, nothing happens.
And I'm still standing there.
Alright, a few moments go by. You don't hear anything on either side of the building.
Have everybody check to see if the door's locked. I'm gonna check the back door, see if it's locked.
Door.
Is it all the doors?
Both.
That's all of them.
But the window.
They're lashed. Try to push them up. Any windows? Apparently not. They're lashed. Oh,
Well, the garage door.
yeah, okay. Use your frequency there. Just
The whole front of the building just.
well, if only I knew that
Universal
before.
opener.
Okay. All right, I want to do pick locks.
Pick locks. Okay. Dex check.
Can I use that? Okay. Before I do that, I'm gonna do remove misfortune. Remove misfortune. I always say it wrong.
Okay.
So that way, if I mess up,
I think he's put 5 for now.
that's an 11. That's in the margin. I have a 17,
I think we did
and that's an 11.
That's fine.
Okay. So it's
Not a
great
super
success.
intricate lock. Nothing crazy about this lock. Takes a little bit. You borrow some
I have-
lock.
I have
or you
lock
have your
picks.
own. Okay, so you use your lock picks, and takes a little bit of time, but eventually the back door opens.
Okay, I put them away. I want to make sure I hang
Some
on
old
to
lady.
them.
What are you doing back here?
Practicing? What are you doing?
It's my house. I locked myself out. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Community service. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, you walk in and you walk into.
I'm gonna ask Festus to come with me.
You walk into what seems to be a kitchen.
I sniff.
Smells like a kitchen.
But is it actively being a kitchen?
Not now. It's not cooking anything.
Okay, that's why I'm sniffing.
Smells like something was cooked in here.
This morning?
Yeah, probably in the
I
morning.
was waiting for that. Okay. What are the entry rooms is there that I see? Can you draw that up?
There's the kitchen that you enter into, and then it goes into a doorway which
It's a
leads
small
into
house.
a hallway. Yep.
Yep.
Leads into a hallway, which there is a room to the side. As you exit through the hallway, there's a room. You come into a room which is like the living room, which is where the main door that they're at opens up into, and then there's a room off to the side
There's a
there,
bedroom.
like which is most
Doors are
likely
closed?
the.
Okay.
But there are no lights on in here. There's no candles lit. Nothing.
Okay. Do I see any boots or anything if you took your shoes off and stuff like that? Does he
You do
clothes
see
hanging up on the wall?
traces of like someone comes in here and wipes their feet at the door and then takes their boots off and that kind of stuff. Hangs stuff there.
I want to listen as I advance towards the hallway to see if I hear something. Snoring, scuffling, shifting
The
feet.
only sound you hear is the occasional
Front door.
Eldred.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Hello?
I'm gonna roll my. I have to do awareness, don't I? I want to roll that specifically before I go to the living
Okay.
room. 9%.
So you're rolling. What was it, Chris?
My awareness.
Awareness. What are you?
Something out of the ordinary that maybe a shadow of someone like around a corner that's projecting.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary, other than the fact that this supposedly is somebody's home, and it doesn't seem like anybody's home.
They're upstairs.
Okay.
You don't see any stairs.
No, but there's probably no. There might be an attic that's very small because it's a one-story.
Like a crawl space
Yeah,
type stuff.
correct. Okay, well, I'm gonna walk quietly. Do I have to roll for that too?
If you're trying to be.
I am. Okay. Move silently. Oh yeah, that's good. My 81, I did a 64. I will approach the front door and say, "Hold on, guys. I shall open the door. This is Torvine." And I look at the latch, and I assume I know how to look at the latch and unlock it.
Okay. Yep. Sure.
Okay.
Door opens.
Yeah. Hey guys, I'm worried about him. Let's see if he's okay. I haven't noticed anybody, and I had Festus waiting in the kitchen to see if anyone bolts out the bedroom door, because I didn't look in there yet.
Okay.
So I want to make sure he's there in case someone tries to bolt through.
Okay.
And so I invite them in, and I try to verbally make it sound like we're worried about this guy's health, because he hasn't answered and he could be in peril.
Quentin steps in. Is like. Doesn't look like anybody's home. What are the rest of you doing?
I didn't check his bedroom yet. Down the hall.
Read.
We're gonna send Oak in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes! Send Oak into the bedroom.
Sorry, my last cup of coffee was smaller than
We
I
can
wanted.
send Clinton
I
in.
mean, if you don't
Yeah.
need us in there, we might stay outside.
Well, yeah, not
This is
everyone.
a really
You're kind
small
of big. Yeah, it's a
house.
small house. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll look like a bad party. Yeah. Yeah, we'll send Quentin to go into the bedroom. He's the guard,
Okay. Goes over to the.
and he's his friend.
Goes over to the bedroom door.
Yeah, Clinton and I will go to the bedroom.
When he's doing that, I get a vial out of antidote in case we need it.
In case.
Okay.
Well, this town's a vicious town around here.
He breaks it on his head.
Someone has trust issues.
No noise. He knocks, no response.
No response.
Come on in, Quentin. We gotta make sure that maybe he didn't swallow a chicken bone and is in there dying. Well, see, it was even unlocked. There you go. It was even unlocked. Does it smell
Dark
like
interior.
death or anything? Okay. There's no window there?
No.
Okay. Does he go in?
He steps in.
Is the
Okay.
door
Kinda
open?
like-
Yeah,
The door is open.
I'm going in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fine. Wolf girl goes in.
Quentin kind of like leans in and looks around, and then
She barges past him.
kind of like leans back out. Like,
Yeah, I go in there.
okay. All right.
I sniff around to smell anything like recent.
Anybody else going in with Sibble?
Well, there's no
I think
other room.
The three of us are outside. Or Bear, myself.
Yeah, I would like
leave
to
them
check
there.
to see if there's in the floor under the rugs or anything, if there's trap doors or something.
Okay. So you guys are just standing outside. You're not gonna. I just want to know where everybody's at.
I don't know. It's up to you guys. I mean, I know it's kind of he's a Vagabond. He's trying to think about his size. And
Yeah.
everything.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm looking to see if there was some unique thing of the house where someone might have slipped out and things like that.
Quentin is wandering around the living room area, starts picking up a few
Mhm.
things and like looking at it and like trying to ascertain what's going on, because his people there at the barracks said he was coming here and
Mhm.
nobody's here, so he's trying to piece things together. You go ahead and do an investigation check.
There's my 3.
Okay. Start moving tables and carpets and things like that. Everything seems to be
Solid.
solid. There doesn't seem to be any secret or hidden
Okay.
latches or doors or pulling panels off the floor or anything like that.
No letters or papers.
Surprisingly, no correspondence or any letters.
All right. What's Sibble find it in the bedroom?
You want to look around and investigate the bedroom, Kim?
So look lived in. Okay.
Could she be sniffing it out and everything?
I'm focused more on where I smell it. Like, do I smell it recently? Do I smell like he might have left? Like,
It smells like It definitely smells
I'm
like
not trying to talk the house.
it definitely smells like he lived here. Definitely recently. Wet. It doesn't smell, however, that he was. It smells like he was here
An old smell.
relatively recently, but not like. It probably
I'm
close.
trying to-
Probably close to the time frame that he would have gotten here based off of when the others said he left. Seems like he came here and now he's not here anymore.
Okay,
That's-
I'm trying to figure out where I might have gone then. I'm not here to talk this house.
Okay.
I'm just checking.
So during that time frame, you're investigating floors and stuff like that, checking the fireplace, making sure that doesn't do anything weird. She's sniffing around. Kara, are you doing any?
I'm outside with the bear.
Looking
Are
like
you
a tree.
looking for anything, or are you keeping an eye out?
I'm
Are
just
you-
keeping an eye out.
Ranger
Same.
footprint things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Guys.
I make sure I put everything back. That I'm not like ransacking the place.
You both finish up your investigations and whatnot, and Sibble comes back into the living room. You are investigating the flooring and all that kind of stuff, but you know that Quentin was in there and was going through some stuff
Mhm.
like that. Sybil comes into the room, does not see Quentin. You finish up what you guys are doing, and Quentin is not in the room at the moment. She follows the scent and goes to the front door. It seems to like he exited out the front door. Eldrin seemed like he went out the front.
Quentin went out the front door.
No, Eldrin.
Yeah.
Quentin was looking at various
In the
different
living
things
room.
there in the living room.
And that's where I was.
Mhm.
But I don't see him anymore.
Yes, you don't see him.
Okay. Gonna use my sixth sense to see if I can pick up an invisible person there.
Mhm.
I missed it by 2 points.
Okay.
Um,
Nope. You don't feel uneasy or like.
hey Sibble, where's your guard boy? It sounds like you need to pick Quentin. Quentin isn't here anymore.
Oh man, he's probably gonna go rat on us because he raided his friend's house. Cool. Makes sense.
So you think he's part of it too?
I don't think he's part of it. I think he's just concerned that you just busted into his friend's house and flipped through his stuff without him being here. It's kind of illegal.
You would think he would have said some concerns to us, and then
Well,
You
I
hear-
didn't know them.
You
We're
hear a
pretty
set of footprints or footsteps, and you see Quentin enter in through the living room. Yeah, I don't see anything in the kitchen either. I mean, he hasn't been here for a bit. He obviously didn't cook anything before he left.
well, apparently Festus didn't tell us that. Okay.
Yeah, that was helpful, Festus.
Yeah, good job, Festus, dropping the ball.
What are you doing?
Festus is
Scratching
sitting
your
there at the
feathers? Doorway.
Scratching
Just
at
make
the
sure nobody
captain.
leaves.
He's got that
That's
blank
all.
stare.
Kind of impressed at your
Whatever. Okay, fine.
cooperation.
All right.
I am amazed.
Well, we know
Did
he
you
didn't.
check for giant birds?
He didn't eat Festus. We know that. So.
Did you check for giant birds?
So.
Yeah, I don't think he's here. I think
No.
he left pretty quick too.
Nope, didn't see anything.
Alright. All right. Unless you can think you can smell a trail where if he came here then
Try.
left.
This trail is even more recent than the last one, so it should be easier. It's a little
So
bit
she can
further.
try to pick up his.
Yep. Go ahead and if you want to pursue this, go ahead and roll.
Why we're here. 55 out of 95.
Okay. You follow this trail. It leads you in a roundabout way, kind of back the way that you guys came. Not directly by the barracks. Leads
We
through
locked that all back up, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, when
I
no
was-
one said like they came out, but I was gonna ask you.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
yeah.
log everything?
I know
Is
he's
it all
just
the
jumping.
same?
Yeah.
It leads kind of like a roundabout way towards the guild, but close enough to the barracks. Heads towards the docks. Goes through the market and leads to the docks. Takes a little bit of time with getting since it wasn't like a super great roll,
Okay.
but that eventually that's where it leads you to is the docks.
Okay. Well, apparently he's got connections. Coming back to the docks is where a lot of this stuff was going on.
Ah, the docks. The bear loved the docks.
Fond memories. Could she try again to pick up from once we got to the docks to regroup?
No,
with Smith?
if she wants to keep following it, yeah. I mean, go for it.
83. It's still good. But
I can follow for a bit, but I don't think I want
Well, I mean, you can have Festus
Very
scout too.
yeah.
Yeah, I can send this back down the road.
Alright.
Well, Festus flies over the docks and notices that there seems to be a ship missing.
Is it the bigger one?
It seems to be the ship that Herschel was staying on is no longer in the dock.
Oh, he can fly up pretty far.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can fly up pretty far.
Is that what the led up to the vacant spot?
That's
She didn't roll well enough to follow
Oh, okay.
the dock.
I see.
Yeah, she did.
If she eventually she would, if
Yeah.
she rolled well enough, it
Yeah.
would lead there.
Yeah, but Festus picked up where she couldn't. Eye in the sky.
Could be
Okay.
that he went somewhere else, or could be that he just came here to have a conversation, or maybe he's on the boat.
Alright, do I need to stick around the dogs for a little while and see if I pick him up again, or?
If you want to absolutely like double down on trying to figure out where he went at the docks.
I mean, we've already spent a lot of time on
Yeah.
this, we might as well just finish, yeah?
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eventually, you guys narrow down that he did go to the part of the dock where the ship was, where Herschel's ship was.
And that's where scent
And
disappeared.
that's where the ship or the scent disappears.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Whether he's
have a
alive
friend?
or made it
Right.
away.
Well, we can send Festus out to look for the ship while she's sniffing around to locate where this. While she was doing that, Festus could fly out into the water to locate the ship.
Good.
I mean,
Okay, we did.
I guess,
Okay.
he's up.
How long? Are
He's about
Festus is up for like 3.5
3.
hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say 3 hours.
Okay, well, he was up when you guys were at the house,
He's been up since the house, yeah.
so you probably have close to like an hour left.
Okay, hour out in the sea. And his bird's eye view.
I mean, there's ships out there, but nothing that
Not the big one.
he doesn't notice any that looks like
Yeah.
that particular
The big
Not
one.
to
ship.
worry, guys. I am really good friends with the harbor master.
Okay.
And I'll bet you that we can get him to tell us if he knows anything.
Okay, go on up. Oh, doesn't he like to do art?
Not yet.
Okay.
Going up to the harbor master. His
Yeah.
name I don't remember.
Just call him Harbor Master.
Oh, I do have it here. Never mind.
Gullible.
All right.
That's his favorite
Go
word.
up and you see
Oh,
a
that's
elven man. As you guys approach, he is addressing some people, moving boxes. No, 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 it goes over in that area. Just because he's not here at the moment doesn't mean that everything can fall into disarray, okay? Everything still needs to go on, as it always has been, and continue to go on, and to be organized, alright? Now, take it over there. And he sees
That's
you
right.
guys,
Keep it organized, people. Let's go.
sees you guys approach and, oh, and welcome back. What can I do for you? And I see you have some company with you.
Well, yeah, I came to show my friends the boat that I was painting the other day, and it's gone. You know what happened to it?
There are many ships that have been
Right,
in
but like
and,
the Baron ship, the big one, remember?
yes, they set out several hours ago.
Oh, are they going on like a big trip?
We'll be back soon.
I was not given any particulars, as he is the head of the docks and doesn't really give me any particulars on it. Just said that he was.
Did they put like a lot of
A
gear on the boat?
joyride.
Or like
Yeah, it seemed like they were going to be out for a bit. At least considering whatever they were putting onto the ship. Seemed like they had quite the journey or voyage that they were planning on.
So you might be going to Ether Zero, maybe. About the usual amount, probably, that you would think about. For a long
Like,
journey.
Yeah, good like
Takes a
week
couple weeks.
or
Yeah,
week and a half ish on,
Yeah.
on the sea.
Oh, good.
how sweet. How do you manage this many just people all at one time?
It is not easy, believe me. It is.
I believe you.
Every day I go home and want to pull out my hair, but then I remember that I love my hair and I don't know what I would do if I was bald. So,
It's true.
no offense. And he looks at the Vigon with a bald head.
Do some Mr. Clean commercials.
Not that I would assume what old people do.
You could go to the aquarium. There's a lot in
Let me, how rude of me, let me introduce myself. My name is Just Swan.
there. Just a wand.
Not the two.
Jaston.
Jaston.
So it's pronounced just wand.
Yes, pronounced Just Swan.
Is it French?
Not
Have you considered late?
Justan.
But what's the fun in
Just Oan.
that? What's the fun in
Instead of
that?
just Juan.
Everybody wants to critique my stinking names.
No, this is one of my favorite names that you picked so far. I like this one.
Just the one. Not
Well, the one.
I am a Just the One.
He's the dock master.
His last name is Natu. It's spelled
Bless you.
K-N-O-T-U.
Just one. Okay.
Just the one.
Okay.
Just the one, Natu.
All right. Well, we were the full complement of Sibble's group she's a part of. We were Kindred.
Yeah.
Oh, I believe she did mention it. It's nice to put some faces with the names and individuals described.
Yes, I'm sure we're pretty
Who are
close to it.
much more formidable looking than what she described them.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What is it you do again? What did you said you were an artist?
Yeah, I
She's
know.
looking at Sibble.
Yeah, artiste.
Are you sure you're an artist?
Yeah.
It's more like a mercenary to me.
Yes. It is because of her that I picked up the talent of artistry myself.
I think I want to do something fun.
It kind of helps with our adventuring to be able to put things
Actually, there's probably just something.
in archives, to be able to be artistic and involved, to be able to draw or sketch, or even to map something, to have artistry.
Yeah, he draws the victims. I mean, oh wait, I wasn't supposed to say that.
Oh, so you try a hand at drawing as well?
Yes.
Are you going to leave me a something to display as this one has?
She is far greater than I. I am humble enough to accept that.
Well, don't let her put you down just because you're. Hopefully, that's not offensive.
The stature is understandable.
Oh, yeah.
Believe me, being around certain individuals, I'm used to being looked down upon.
Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself.
Well, sometimes I put myself out on a limb, and I do.
Well, unless you have more questions or are going to give me a piece of art or draw me in some way, I probably should get back to. No, it does not. It's locked. If it wasn't for me, I swear this dock would
Fall apart.
fall into disarray. And he just doesn't even say goodbye,
He just
just
starts-
immediately goes over and is like, oh, just follow me, and he starts leading the person.
Good, that helps us with an awkward ending. Good. Okay.
Looking amongst yourselves, you notice that a certain individual is missing once again.
Peekaboo.
He does not need a paycheck. He's not doing his job.
However, several moments later, returns and is like, so I asked one of the guys over there. He points over to this dwarf that's moving boxes
Mhm.
from
Doc.
one of the ships that is in and carrying it over. He was involved in loading some of the stuff onto the
Mhm.
Baron's ship.
Mhm.
Said he heard the crew talking about something about the keys.
The spotted keys?
Maybe.
Oh, isn't the keys where those spiders were? Talk to Sibble.
Sibble.
Yes.
The keys, is that an island range that's next to
The spotted key?
Ethazera? There's something keys.
There is a
Yeah.
bunch
Spotted
of
keys.
islands that are known as
Yes.
the Cutlass Keys.
which is sounds very piratey.
We do have the spotted keys.
Hmm. Where would the pirates
The
go?
keys that were spotted.
Stands like we're not impressed.
We're not amused. No, we're not amused.
Hey, it's on the map. You might as well use it. You know. So, but I appreciate that. I guess our underappreciated Quentin did a good job. A feather in his hat. A Yankee Doodle.
And he's keeping it up.
Maybe it won't be so grumpy.
Maybe.
Maybe. It's the guarding part I was questioning,
Maybe.
not the
Maybe
personhood. Or maybe it's a trap.
Are you trying to scare Quinn again?
You're trying to scare Clinton again.
Maybe understand him more. I think more is the perception.
Are you bullying Quentin?
No, we're showing our appreciation to him for pointing out that he overheard that the ship was going to the Keys.
We only pick on the people that we value.
Oh, like the islands where my dude gets his spiders from.
Yes.
Okay.
I wonder if our three-headed dragon friend would be able to give us a ride over there.
I never thought I'd ever hear anyone say our three-headed dragon friend in a normal sentence.
Hey, you have your NPCs. I want mine.
That's a,
Yeah.
I'm laughing.
So,
Because
did,
we dropped her off.
did Quentin know
Yeah, King's
whether
Harbor.
he actually went on the boat, or he just helped load and then
The
Is this
dwarf, they talked to the dwarf
Yeah.
that helped load it and overheard the crewmates talking about the destinations towards something Keys.
Well, the thing is, that's amazing. And you guys can totally chase him down. I'm not leave yet.
Yeah, you have a situation coming up, don't you?
I do.
Has to do with the moon.
You also know that it's going to take them some time
Yeah, well,
to reach there.
What do you mean something?
For
you
them
mean
to
my
sail
phone?
there.
I know what you mean now. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't know who you were talking about.
okay.
So you have some time to do some stuff or to accomplish said side tasks if you wish to. However, if you wish to pursue him to the Keys, that also takes time because you have not been that way.
been on the ship. We could just teleport to the ship.
She has
She
not
has.
been on the ship.
I thought she was in the ship.
She never made it there
Oh.
because that section of the dock
She went in the
is,
warehouse.
that section of the dock is
Okay, alright.
is guarded.
Well, I'm
Festus
disappointed.
landed on the ship.
I'll give him the
That's-
gun.
but
Well,
that is-
actually, you're right. We can get close to that compared to the ship.
Giant
Time-wise, we can go over into the mountains.
gauntlets.
Where we were, and then from there, make a trek there. On
Yeah,
Ethazera,
it would be only a couple days versus
a week and a half.
a week and a half to get there.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they have.
Yeah, we would have a
So you have essentially like a week
Mhm.
ish
to make our way.
to accomplish what you want to before.
But we don't even know. There's a bunch of islands there. We don't know which island is what. We would have to investigate what islands rich people or whatever go to, or question the dock people here if there's been cargo carrying spiders and whatever. So it'd be very cumbersome to do. There might be other facets that we can investigate other than follow a ship to Spiderland. What do you think, Kimberly? Just let them go on their ship away. I was thinking that too. Alright.
It is a little bit peculiar, though, that he's just up and leaving all of a sudden.
Yeah.
As things,
Got
she
speeded
didn't go
up.
into the specifics, but the
Yeah.
area that she went down into, she took quite a few stuff, or quite a bit of stuff from his underground
Yeah.
area
Yeah.
underneath the warehouse. So if he went there and found that that stuff was missing, he
Mhm.
knows that somebody's been looking into
Yeah.
and sniffing around. So he might be going
A deeper hideout.
into hiding for a
Yeah.
bit.
Okay.
We can see if the Eldrin,
But
if they have written up that he's supposed to go on like vacation or
that
something.
makes him also look not good either if he is running and that is
Mhm.
the case.
Yeah.
And you might get some help too.
Yep.
Of people looking for him, if that's the case.
Yeah. So that we're definitely gonna go back and tell Zathras and stuff like that.
Who knows?
Yep.
But first and foremost, we still have a person to prove guilty or not guilty.
Well, that's taking her to the cleric and have them.
And then also
do
we have a full moon coming up, and that whole spiel with
How many days is that?
she has 2 days.
Okay. Then we do the truth thing. Get that done and over with.
I think. Yeah,
And
it's
then we
2
get
days.
as far away from.
Chain her up.
Yep.
Dangle her from the living tree. I'm gonna dangle. She can't hurt anything in there. And the Titan would be there in case she gets crazy. Sounds good.
So
Well, then we'll then.
do we want to go and do the cleric thing now?
Yes, we'll do the cleric thing then we'll rest for the
Okay.
day.
Because then we can jump into
Yes.
either dealing with the genie after that, or we can go into a little bit more
Yeah, we need to help Jeannie. talk.
info dumping next
Yeah.
time, and what you guys want to, what your guys' plans are for next steps and how you want to proceed.
Yeah, because we're gonna drop the information on Zathras of what just happened, so he knows that he took flight.
There's also the whole ordeal with if you wish to get your stuff back, or Sibble's stuff back from Aya, which seems to be in Kingsford.
Yeah, well,
So if you wish to go through all the evidence and whatnot
we can
too,
do that.
which doesn't
we
take much because you can pop in over
Yes,
there.
yes.
Because we
But-
still have a charge.
I have a charge.
But just relaying different things, little loose ends.
But
here
right
and
now
there.
we're doing the temple. That's the highest
So,
priority.
You go in, head to the temple. Well, actually, it's late at this point. Yeah, because you guys were getting
Well, instead
over
of
to the barracks and whatnot. We'll
Yeah.
just say you guys go.
because I can
back-
pop in if I want. Pop in because it's the last thing that we'll do.
Well, it's gonna be late. They're not gonna be. You're gonna be waking everybody up at like 10, 11 o'clock.
It's that late.
Because you guys were going over to the barracks and it was like dinner time.
Yeah.
And then you went over to the house, investigated the house, then went all the way back to the docks, talked to the docks, looked at the docks,
Okay.
went around the docks.
All
Now
right.
you want to go back to the temple.
All right.
Yeah. No. I see.
All right. So
if
we
it was
don't
6
have
o'clock,
any
that's
time.
4 hours.
So okay.
4
So
or
we
5 hours
have
to
no
get
more
back.
time. We have no more time. Today's over.
Finito.
You have 2 days until Sybil's
Sure.
more
But I
besides.
mean, today's over. I have one charge.
Well, you'll
You
get
could
more.
you could teleport back to the whole back to the Slayers Guild, take a night's rest, go
Yeah.
to the temple in the morning.
Yeah. But we don't. We can talk to Ginger, and we can literally pop over where she is, get the information stuff, and then
Yeah, if you wanted to pop over there and sleep in the
Yeah,
Slayers Guild
correct.
over there, you could do that
well,
too.
right. That way we get the information stuff like
Although
that.
they did ask that Kim or Sibble remain in the city grounds.
Well, she can still stay in the city grounds.
She can stay at the guild.
Mm-hmm.
Her and Quentin will head back to the guild. You guys pop over to Kingsford,
Yep.
over to the Slayer's Hold.
Yeah.
meet up with Aya.
Yep.
She goes through and explains everything that they found down there. Basically goes through all the different correspondence that they found, which were with multiple different individuals that wrote to Herschel.
Keep thinking of Herschel Walker when you said
The correspondence essentially were a date, a name, and then X amount of coinage or monetary value. Occasionally there were notations of X amount of creatures or X amount added to stock, which seemed to be the Velopians that you guys saw during the festival. You do see a name that appears throughout those notations, Goldor, writing to him. There are letters from two individuals. One is from Cossidin, which is the one that is the majority of letters, which seems to be the superior to Herschel. He seems to be the person that Herschel was reporting to. Pretty close to what Herschel wrote to Goldor, prove yourself useful to the cause, and we'll make sure that you get your reward, which Herschel seemed to have a plan in place or something that he was looking to do in King's Harbor. What that was, don't know. But he seemed to have some end goal there at King's Harbor. Sibble seemed to think, since asking questions about him and trying to figure out what kind of a person he was, that maybe he was trying to overthrow the Duke and be the sole influence of the city, maybe, or kind of replace him with somebody that he could manipulate in some way. But nonetheless, that was not verified. Cossidin did not ring any bells on who that may be. There was one other note that was from a different individual with the name Viren, which that letter seemed to speak of some event that took place, and there was Herschel apparently used a mutual acquaintance of Herschel and Viren at some point. Doesn't go into any names or anything other than I hope you were pleased with the results of our mutual acquaintance. Other than that, and the notations of like the logs, they also found a strange black orb that was in the first room that they came into, which was on a table, essentially like a Palantir from Lord of the Rings, a little bit different, but Sibble was able to go through and identify it. It essentially allows, what she got from it, allows two people that have these to communicate and be able to see each other and communicate with a long distance.
Skype.
Correct.
Okay.
Is it unlimited time, or is it a time limit?
Yeah, it's just like you just activate it, and if the person's around there to receive the call, then you just talk. Yep. Other than that, and the spiders, that was pretty much it. They did the room where the cloaks were. There was the cloaks, and the specifications of the one had the
hood.
red hood, which seemed to be Herschel's,
Yep.
and the other one seemed to be underlings, and there was an altar with the symbol of I believe it was a stoic dragon on the altar. And there was dried blood on the altar.
Stoic, isn't it from Gurge?
Correct.
No, this is the
Or no, not Gurge. No.
It's not Fabian.
Faden was the one with the dragon head roaring, breathing flame.
Okay.
And Gurge and the Night Dwell seem to be related in some way, and Gurge was always having the dragon roaring symbol.
So the Stoic is a night dweller.
So, no. According to what Sibble was able to piece together with going through this with the dragon, Gurge, there seems to be 3 branches to the organization or this group called Hydra. There seems to be 3 heads.
Yes.
A stoic head, a roaring head, and a breathing fire head.
Say night dwell and Gurge are the roaring.
Gurge seems to be
The roaring.
the underling of the Night Dwell. So
Okay.
the Night Dwell more than likely is the head of the roaring
Right.
dragon.
Yeah.
Faben
Is the breathing
seem
fire.
to be equals or a member of authority similar to the Night Dwell, and is the fire breathing dragon. The Stoic head is now just learned about. Sibble seems to think that Cossidon is the
Stoic.
Stoic head.
Costa.
Although in one of the letters, Cossidon did mention another figure named Thyrin as well. Sibble also put together that it seemed like the 3 heads seemed to have 3 different types of jobs or things that they were used for. Gurge always seemed to show up during battles or as a captain on the ground. So the Night Dwell and Gurge probably, or the Roaring Head, are more than likely the military branch of this organization. The Faben, the fire breathing, was always found getting resources, getting immunite. So he seems to be the resource
Logistics.
gathering, logistics branch. And the Stoic head seems to be something that could be possibly political in some way.
Oh, can't answer.
So that is what
Okay.
Sibble has put together so far.
So Stoic is political, offensive, fighting, military's roaring, and logistics is the fire breathing head. Okay. I just want to see if I'm fairly up to date. Okay.
Fairly instead of
Yeah.
barely.
Okay. Well, that's very good, Ginger. You did a good job. Oh, Brockman, you did a good
So
job.
they have all that stuff in the backpack
Yeah. Okay.
that Sibble had, but then gave
And then we'll stay as guests at the Slayers Guild there, and then we'll pop in tomorrow and be able to do the cleric thing with Sibble, and then that can be taken care of with the true thing, so she's not being sought after as a possibility of.
Well, it frees her up from having to stay within the city grounds and all.
Well, that would exonerate her, so she would have nothing on her head anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, the exoneration, that's what we want. Okay.
But that was where we will pick up next time. Is you guys going to the cleric, getting this taken care of, going and seeing Jeannie if that's what you want to do, or
Do they know why we need to see Jeannie? Jeannie Javin, the
not unless Sybil
herbalist
is
lady?
not unless Sybil is specifically mentioning it.
Well, if we downloaded information, say what's going on, she would have told us though.
I believe she mentioned before you guys left that she wanted to see Jeannie, but I don't think she specified
About her problem. I know she has a problem.
Oh, you all do. You fought her.
There's a problem.
You've seen her in action. It's not like it's unknown that she has an issue.
You have a major issue.
So,
What's her issue?
well, I mean, but yeah, that's where we'll pick up next time. And if you guys have, and where you guys want to go after that, if you want to just hot pursue, Herschel and try to figure out, track him down, or something else?
I thought Jeannie John's problem is financial.
It is. And she borrowed money from Herschel.
Sure, but she was missing her monthly payments.
Which is, yeah, we
It's
didn't.
100
we
gold
didn't-
pieces a month.
Yeah, we didn't go into the specifics
Yeah.
there when I was
Yeah,
giving you the summary, but
Yeah.
the two thugs that Sibble
right.
followed and they eventually died in an alley actually were thugs that Herschel sent to
Strong
Jeannie Jamin's shop
Yeah.
to get money from her
Like
because
the mob,
she
yeah.
owed money to him because she borrowed money and she was late on her payment.
Now, those guys died of poison, correct? So they died the same way the other guy did. The other guy,
Same
if
as
she's
the-
exonerated from him, then they know she didn't do anything to those because they also were killed
Well,
the same way.
She mentioned that to Guru whenever he came and questioned her. She's like, by the way, you might want to check out XYZ Alley and see. And he's like, oh yeah, we found two individuals in there. And she's like, yeah, you'll find out that they were
The same one.
died from spider poison, same as
Yeah. Okay.
just an FYI.
for relevancy.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, guess what? I'm done working now, kind of.
all right, we can start all over.
Huzzah!
All right,
Well,
good.
they
All right.
finished up with going over to see Aya, and
They left without me again?
you are not allowed to leave the city.
No, because we had to bury you. You died.
Left me alone?
You did
Yes,
it.
you are spending the night at the guild. They are spending the night at the hold with Aya and Brockman.
Okay, can I actually go to the temple instead and hang out with Isaac and hear more in detail what they did?
She wants to use quality time.
Sure, if you want to do that, fine.
Yeah, she can wake up and then get healed.
Isaac will
Mentally.
more than likely be
You
asleep
snore. I know it. You snore.
when you get there, but sure.
We wore him out.
I didn't know what time it was. I was barely listening. I'm so
I know.
sorry.
That's
when
fine.
when you guys
Our
when you
safari.
finished up at the dock and decided they were gonna go to Kingsford to see Aya
really
and
sounds
Brockman.
like
It was about
Yeah.
11 o'clock ish at night.
The fifth dimension.
Well, the temple's closer anyway. I'll just sleep there. That's
Okay, well there you go.
Not in
But
Jasper.
the plan is to come back for
I'll try to
you.
go up in the morning.
The plan is to come back for you the following day, get you exonerated but with the cleric and everything to make sure that you can leave the city and everything. You can deal with Jeannie if that's what you
Yep,
want to
we
do,
do, we do.
because they don't know anything about it.
Russell.
We know enough. It's financial.
That otherwise, if you guys want to just be on hot on Herschel's trail and track him down or pursue something else.
It only takes a moment to fix Jeannie. It only takes a moment.
Okay.
So that is the plan for next time.
Okay.
Actually, we're gonna hire Jeannie
Well, I mean,
to work for us.
is there? Hold on. When I go to the temple, is there a person at the desk
There's always a
that
person
knows
with that.
if I got permission to get my 10-minute meeting with the priest early? Since I asked for that a couple days.
Get a
For
time
you, just to do this briefly, in order for you to be released and to be exonerated, they have to do this in front of the council.
Right, yeah, no, that makes sense.
And with
I have one
Guru being there, so they would have to go and wake everybody up, bring them somewhere for everybody to
That's
be.
not what I meant. I have other questions.
Other.
Yes,
other
if you want to wake up the high priest
No,
at
it's not.
She's leaving it with the
I
front desk.
said set up a meeting. Because that's what I asked.
Schedule it.
Set up a meeting. It wasn't like a.
Barge in.
So,
yes, if you want to set up a meeting for the following day, you can do that.
well, I already asked about that a day ago, so I was wondering if they had an actual answer, or if I have to start the process all over again.
No, you don't have to start over. It's just like a phone call.
Because
You're,
the last
No,
time
they
I
can
asked,
they can fit you into a slot for the following day.
Okay.
because a lot of things got pushed back because of the unexpected visit that the Duke and and Arlen had to have.
Right, yeah, okay. That's fine. I just wanted to see how that went because I didn't forget about it and I know you have a lot to think about.
Nope, that meeting can happen next time too, as long as you're around to have it.
Yeah, if you're around. Or just,
That sounded like a threat.
well, he
It's
means,
not a threat.
he means playing the game.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
took it as a character if you're around.
Yeah, I'm just talking if you're here to
Yeah,
actually talk through the conversation.
yeah, yeah.
You cannot be
No,
illegally
yeah.
She may sound like a killer
Yes,
character.
I will absolutely take the
You're
time.
still with
If you're
us.
still with us, yeah.
If not,
Take it
we
either
can
way.
always, if it's something specific that is just something you wanted to ask, then we can always just do that over Messenger or
Sidebar.
something.
Yeah, that's fine with me. It's just like
Okay.
one or two questions.
Alright,